The college basketball experience preview and picks for Saturday, January 11th edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with that promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. Welcome, everybody, into the college basketball experience preview and picks for Saturday, January the 11th. No football here on this show. Pick Dundee will be joining us here shortly to break down the mega Saturday slate. Me and Noah will recap Friday night's action, and I'm off to a good start because I've already spilled half my glass of whiskey in my fucking lap. So working with the swamp ass here for the rest of the fucking show. 3 hours
for
of
3 hours.
We're off to a good start here. Cheers, everybody. I am Money Line back. God damn it, aka the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. And joining me to talk college hoops, you guys know him as, well, he's a college baseball experience host. He's also the window banging LeBaron, drive-in, drywall hanging, Noah Bieniek, a.k.a. Noah B77. What's up, bro?
What's going on, Mac? I'm ready to shove a guy into a locker. We get to start it off game number 1, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was today.
God, I mean, if you're a gambler of 10 years, you're not tweeting with more than 10 minutes left with, at maximum, an 11-point lead. No way in any world. I'm sorry. I love all our fans, but at the same time, I just cringe at the tweet that I saw when I woke up today because I didn't watch this game. But looking in the box score to see that the largest lead that Merrimack had in this opening game was 11 points, and he tweeted out at 12:10 at a game that tipped off at 11 a.m. that the game was over and that Merrimack had already covered. They almost blew this and lost outright. They win by 1, and they don't cover the 1.5 point spread that I had. Mac, you were on the lucky end of this cover. Again, I didn't watch this game, so how did this go from the point of view of yours?
So I saw only because I had shit to do as well. So I was score watching for the first 30 minutes. I guess I was a good luck charm if you're a Sacred Heart fan. Merrimack kind of got very conservative at the end, and then they struggled with Sacred Heart's press. So and then they missed the front end of a 1-1. I mean, hell of a way not to cover. And honestly, this kind of is the time of year where the lines are getting sharper. If you're laying 1.5, you may just want to buy the juice on the money line.
I'm getting distracted by the chat trying to guess what position I played in baseball. I was a pitcher in college. That's where I played most. But I didn't play much at all in college. Recruited as a pitcher and third baseman. But yeah, I mean, from the way it looks, Merrimack that entire game had a 5-8 point lead throughout. Never really broke it open, but man, I could have used the cover because I went because I went 0-3. So tough day for me. But I was pretty transparent last night saying that I didn't like the slate. Second game here, chronological order. Kent State 68, Buffalo 49. The Golden Flashes cover here. Mac, who'd you have in this game? And I mean, I don't know how many bets you had here. I'm not.
I
Looking
bet
at the
every
picks
game
page,
tonight. I you know me, man. There was only
you
like 13
maniac.
games. Well, I will say Buffalo is by far my smallest one, and with the confidence of the show last night, you can tell that this was my least favorite bet. But I wanted to get action on a little bit of a standalone game. Buffalo sucks. Just layup after layup. Not a good team. Good road trip for Kent State sweeping who was it? Northern Illinois and then Buffalo, beating up on the bad teams.
Yeah. Buffalo, right. Man. Yeah, I'm struggling allergies wise. I have been for 2 weeks now. I don't know what's going on. But
is it the Buckeye bug?
I wish, but no, it's not. I don't care if they win. I've already said that on the show.
Don't worry,
I was on Buffalo
bug and the fucking goal line offense bug. Oh my god.
Yeah. Shit. That. I didn't really have a dog in the fight there, but definitely could have.
You're a Michigan fan. You definitely had a dog in the fight. You're rooting for Texas.
No, if Ohio State wins, I'll just remember Michigan beating Ohio State's national championship team. What memory could be better than that?
Them not winning. Them losing in the championship game would actually be the best case scenario. Like I said 4 weeks ago, you don't want them to win a natty still.
So Niagara won 70-60 over St. Peter's. What's going on with the Peacocks?
They suck. They're 0-4 in MAAC play. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're struggling right now.
Like you said, 0-4 in conference. Into this one.
0-4 in conference, 1-4 in their last 5 games straight up. Not the greatest time to be a Peacock right now. I thought they would be all right in the non-conference, but not good. Not great. Mount St. Mary's won 75-66 at Manhattan today. I picked this game wrong. This was a double lock on last night's show between you and Colby. You guys also were on the wrong side of this one. Did you catch any of this game?
Yeah, I watched the entire game. A little frustrated. Gallagher didn't coach the game. He was sick. So
I didn't know that.
I feel like they blew a 10-point lead. They kind of choked in the second half. I think if Gallagher's there, maybe he calls a timeout, draws something up. Honestly, if I had to point to one where I'm probably the most frustrated with losing one, it probably was that one, just because I like the spot for Manhattan, but I didn't know the coach had the fucking bug or whatever the fuck's going around last night.
Yeah, whatever flu that I have right now. Fairfield wins 68-64. Cash is a double lock for you and Colby as Tobin loses another MAAC game. He's out after this season. He's out. he's not going to be around for more than 2 years.
Well, what's his contract? Because it is Iona. This isn't like a Power 4 school. They don't usually.
Iona runs that conference.
They do,
year in,
but
year out.
They still don't have fucking money like that.
They're still bringing in the most talent every single year.
Oh, dude, the
standard should be higher than where it's been the last 2 years.
I 100% agree with you. When I watch them, I'm like, they have the best roster in the league. Tobin's done a shit job.
Yeah.
Good win, Fairfield. He has not done a shit job. Chris Casey, former Coaches Tour guest, he's done a great job. Interim coach last year, he gets the most out of it.
100%. He had a great coaching job last year, and this year, getting a win over Iona, the preseason favorite, not in my eyes, but in some other people's. It's a good W. Wagner, man, did they pop up out of nowhere? Took down one of my locks from last night.
Yeah, this is a battle.
Damn it. Yeah. It was tight throughout. I had the wrong read on this game.
The old for me, so and I'm trying to highlight these kind of spots over and over again because they're pretty profitable over time. If a team is at home laying points, especially like what they were against Chicago State, back-to-back losses at home, disappointing fashion, then they go on the road, they're catching double digits. That's usually a foxhole spot where, hey, all right, let's get away from campus. Let's go on the road. I didn't think they'd win the game outright, but pop up and they beat Central Connecticut again.
How bad's Minnesota?
Dude, what the fuck, man? They were up fucking double digits early. They were tied at the half. And then I missed what happened because I was watching the football game. I go, oh, shit. Let me throw on that stupid Peacock network, and it was loading forever. Then I turn it on. They're down 24, and I'm like, what is wrong with this team?
They just couldn't make a shot. The Kohl Center got to him. I have no other explanation other than they just went cold. And sure. Wisconsin, though, I mean, that's like, I don't know, third blowout win this year. That's been like, whoa. Not sure. Wisconsin teams of the past have been able to do what this team's been able to do. 116-85 against Iowa, 80-59 against Minnesota. The other one was 86-70 against UCF. That was all I was thinking about, is like, this team is different. They're playing faster than normal. And, you know, I mean, it's a little bit easier on the eyes to watch too of a Wisconsin basketball team.
Dude, they're making shots at a high clip, to your point. Like 21 threes last Friday night. Then they go to the rack, and I mean, they controlled that game. But are they going to hit that January wall that they hit last year? Remember last year in January, like they were like 6-0 in league play, then they lost like 6 out of 7.
They very well could. I mean, Sean Green's favorite stat, they're the number one free throw shooting team right now.
He does love that fucking stat.
85% in 16 games. St. Francis wins 73-59 over the Urgent Care here. This was a lock battle last night. You checked yourself into the Urgent Care. Colby was on the St. Francis here.
Disappointing second half for my Mercyhurst guys. Disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, losing by 14 to the Red Flash. It's never a good showing.
No. Hey, there he is.
There's Colby. I'm gonna go turn off some devices.
And losses, I'm not. How you doing?
I'm going to turn some devices off in my house so I can get better Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Bieniek's fading.
All right. Well, look, I'm sorry. I'm coming from Luger's. We just had a great old fucking night. And I don't know if you guys have talked about this game or not. The Long Island fucking Sharks. Oh, when are you going to buy in? That's what I want to know, is when are you going to buy in? They're winning this conference. I'll tell you that right now.
You're going to get blown out on Sunday.
Are winning this conference. All right. I'm telling you, they're the best coached, the most athletic. They got the biggest cojones. And this is a team that, like, I'm just shocked you continue to fade them, because it's like, I thought you've been with Hall of Fame coaches. I thought, you would be able to figure this out by now. And when you watch the tape don't lie. All right. Thank you, Nathan Cerna. You cashed out at $600 tonight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had ourselves a fun night. Did you guys talk about this game yet or not?
No, we were on Le Moyne. That's what we were talking about, Le Moyne.
Oh, that beat hurt, dude. That beat hurt. We both bet Le Moyne, and yeah, I mean, we were on the right side. We were on the right side here. We're on the right side. I don't know. I mean, down the stretch, I don't know if I can really say we're on the right side, but down the stretch, there was a point where I thought we had this one, and we didn't. Fun game. NEC app delivers yet again.
It was a fun night.
Yeah, Monty Pritchett. How fun is this show going to be when Long Island is the 16 seed that upsets a 1? That now we're talking. That's the type of energy we should be having in this fucking show. Yeah. So Le Moyne Fair Dick was a ball game, and then Long Island, did what they had to do what great teams do. Double digit win if you didn't catch it, because if Malachi Davis is a guy. dude, they have a couple guys that are probably the best players in the fucking league. They even going 4 for 16 from 3. Honestly, like this is what I'm talking about though. They severely out rebounded the Skyhawks there, and 42 points in the paint. How about that? Just automatic buckets. Rod Strickland, Jared Gillian putting together a fucking team.
You're gonna get fucked up on Sunday.
Nope. I will be back on them. Who they playing again?
The Blue Devils.
Yeah,
who lost tonight.
We'll see about that.
Rocco Miller tweeted out about LIU. I go, all right, here we go. We're getting some national pub now for the Shocks.
You know what's great news today? Chicago State. Speaking of Jared Gillian, is moving forward with starting their football program. 2026 will be the inaugural year. I might fly to Chicago for that opening fucking game. Hey, George Mason. Hey, every other team we're talking about here, like Canisius. How about our call on Canisius?
Finally.
Double lock, 85-67. The Golden Griffs got it done.
You need to look at yourself in the mirror.
Who's the worst team in college basketball?
It might be Ryder after
Valley State. It's Valley State, right?
Probably. But I want to talk about Ryder. I mean, that was pathetic. Even though we bet Canisius in the spot, you can't get blown out by Canisius.
Well, what you can't do is you can't let Paul McMillan get hot. 30 points, 7 boards, 5 assists. Woo! Paul McMillan. Somebody lay down some trim for the man tonight. All right, let's go. Have we done ad reads yet?
No, because we're only 17 minutes in. Perfect transition.
There we go.
We talked about how bad Minnesota was. We did do that.
Oh yeah, I ate shit on that one too. Folks, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by us. Yes, we're part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and the NFL playoffs are here. And no matter how horrible their kickoff is and how, European they're trying to become and cosmopolitan and all this other bullshit with the, declaring onside kicks, everything that goes against the sport of football. There's still money to be made in these NFL playoffs. So check out the Sports Gambling Podcast for all your NFL picks and props. Also, we're brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbooks. Yes, playoffs. We're talking about playoffs. You bet we are. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the National Football League. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs. And you can score big by betting on all of them at DraftKings, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Well, try betting on something simple like, player to score a touchdown. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use that promo code SGP to get that. Once again, that's promo code SGP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings Sportsbook. Remember, the crown is yours. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 878. I'm sorry. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help's available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino Resort in Kansas. Yes, 21 age plus eligibility varies by the jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. And remember, as always, to let it ride. Whew. It's a read. It's a read right there. Shout out to the chat. I have no idea what's going on, but I see people shitting on other people. That's what I like to see. When I load up, when I get in here, I want to see someone saying, "Hey, you fucking pile of shit." Let's do this. This is the college experience. Yeah, great play on Canisius. This game was over the second the game started. You might have saw my tweet as we battled here. Lock battle win for Mac. Quinnipiac 72, Siena 53. Did you see the first 5 minutes of this game?
It was an avalanche. What the fuck was that?
How many how many runaway dunks? I tweeted out, I don't know if you caught it, like, someone want to let Sienna know there's a basketball game going on. Like, it's one thing to get your ass kicked, but I question the effort tonight because, like, how many breakaway dunks can you have before you realize you're not trying? Right. And that like from the start, I was like, how the fuck, like, how are you even in this jam?
Like Ohio State, Texas kicked off like 30 minutes after that game. You could have already turned that off because it was a 30-point game by the time we got to the tip-off.
And it's not like Quinnipiac was 5 of 17 from 3, only shot 13 free throws. They just got 40 dunks. Like this was like it was like Sienna was like, you know what? They should have their own dunk contest in the middle of the game.
It looked like 2003 Syracuse out there playing Sienna.
Ridiculous,
in New York. It's like, what?
Absolutely ridiculous.
And I bet Quinnipiac, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. I turned that thing off after about 5 minutes. I was like, I'll watch anything. All right, give me some bobsled racing. We also ate shit with UCLA. Well, wait, you took Maryland. You won a lap battle against me and Bieniek.
Yeah.
Mac was on the winning side of this one. Colby, the chat's accusing you of taking down your Christmas tree, not setting up the slides. No, they think the Christmas tree was what delayed the start time of the show tonight.
Didn't you do
No, that was my wife. Yeah, I was doing a football show. My wife, as I was watching 300 games, not 300 games. Unfortunately, there was not 300 games. There was only about what?
There's 300 divided by
football game. Yeah, it did take a while to build those slides. I'll tell you that. There's more than last Saturday.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Maryland, man.
I like Maryland at home.
They kicked their ass tonight. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I saw everybody on UCLA today. Everybody was buying into that Cronin narrative. Did you see him get tossed? You're
right. Yeah, you're right. I was on the sports grid, and while we're leading up, when I signed in on the commercial, like the two producers, and the host was like, we're hammering UCLA.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Fuck, man.
My
wager's already placed.
Yeah, the game after the game, I'm gonna hammer UCLA the next game when everybody's off them because Cronin got tossed with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I had it on. I wasn't paying great attention to it at that point, but and then this one, the stink was correct. This game was rigged. I swear to God, Toledo. I thought it was too, man. I'm like, what is going on here? Toledo does not cover against Central Michigan. The line smelled, and of course, Central Michigan covers. Yeah, game balls. Let's get to it. Where are you going? Number one, Maryland.
That was a foo-foo game. Maryland's gonna get my game ball. Good bounce back off the double road trip out west where they lost both.
Quinnipiac by far. If I can't pick Maryland, Quinnipiac's getting that fucking game ball. All right, first win of the season. You might have canceled your football program. You know, what did I say?
You said Quinnipiac 3 times.
Oh, sorry. They're in my mind.
I'll give Quinnipiac a game ball.
In my mind, I was saying Canisius. I was like, hey, Canisius. But apparently, I just can't escape the aqueduct, which fucks with me every year. I was trying to say Canisius.
Yeah.
Canisius. First win of the season. Game ball.
I'll give Quinnipiac a game ball. I mean, anytime you're up by 30 at half in the MAAC, that's a game ball.
Dude, it was like 30-2. They were almost up 30-0. God.
We'll never see that again. As many games as we watch, we will never see a game in the MAAC 30-2 unless it's a bye game against a high major. That was crazy.
30-2 to open the fucking game. Yeah, okay. Well, let me give another game ball out. Oh, the fucking Long Island Sharks. This is a team that I really think you're undervaluing. I honestly think, like, if you look at the schedule, okay, Ole Miss game they're supposed to lose. Cal Baptist, they're not there yet with Cal Baptist, right? I am disappointed that they lost to Columbia because I think they could beat them. Winthrop, they're not there yet. Winthrop's just a better program, right? but I thought they played pretty damn well. I don't know how they lost to Binghamton or Niagara. That was that right after Thanksgiving break. But after that, they fared well against Lowell, but Lowell's program's ahead of theirs, right? They lost to Missouri. Okay, normal. Mount St. Mary's. That's one that I think the Mount is a little bit better than them, but I think they're capable of beating them. They lost to Lehigh by 1. That's a game they should have won. So then you get into conference play, and it's like the only team that I think I'm not like, I know you were doing shtick, but I'm saying like Central Connecticut State to me is the only team that strikes fear in me in this whole goddamn conference. Like, and I think Long Island can play with them. I actually think Central Connecticut State's probably better coach, but I think Long Island's got a few athletes that are better than the best athlete at Central Connecticut State.
Yeah. I got Long Island in my top 3 or 4 in that league.
It's a great story. We should write a movie about it. Where's your final game ball?
I just had the team that beat Central Connecticut on the road, Wagner.
Oh yeah,
Wagner, a little foxhole spot for me.
It
looked like shit at home. Hit the road, 10-point dog. Everybody's wrote you off. The defending champs popped up here tonight. Good job,
I like it. And this one, you're just kind of searching for one. Well, we didn't talk enough about that lock battle we had against Bieniek in the beginning of this, but I'll let that slide, Bieniek. As some guy who had tagged us, who was great, a great fucking tweet. Like he's fantastic. He's great.
Noon today.
He's fantastic. More of that, please. I'm gonna give it to Fairfield. All right. God loves Stags, and that was a great performance there, taking down the great Tobin Anderson, one of the best coaches in our generation. Shout out to Frankie J in Richmond, Virginia.
Hey.
Giving us $10. Let's go. I appreciate it.
The hell of a message here.
This is a hell of a message here. YouTube.com/The College Experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. You are the man, Frankie J. And keep. Look, we're addressing
the fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the world is yours, my friend. All right, let's get to tomorrow's slate because it's fucking insane. But before we do that, I do want to let you know that the College Basketball Experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Pick'em is one of the biggest menus in all of sports. And Underdog is always making it easier to win with Profit Boost and Gimme Pick'ems. And Underdog Playoff Best Ball is now live. The Gauntlet Tournament has $2 million in prizes up for grabs for just a $25 entry. They got college hoops. They got college football. They got everything else too. NASCAR, NBA, NFL, MMA, CFL, MLB. You can now use specials and boost on all flex entries. So sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick. Plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. All right. Here we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and say this. I just made all the slides for this fucking thing all day today. And
this line's a half point off.
Yeah, well, it was done 4 hours ago. But
how many times are people going to say that in the chat?
But I just want to talk about how awesome the slate is tomorrow. Like last Saturday was cool. It was like the first Saturday we had things rocking. I like the conference play and just great matchups. You had some other great Saturdays too, but it just wasn't as big as a banger as last Saturday. I think this Saturday is even better than last Saturday. Just with like, there's a lot of rivalry games, like low key rivalry games that I think are fantastic. So, Creighton is heading to Hinkle Fieldhouse to take Butler. Butler's lost 10,000 games in a row, but not here. Not here. This is the one. Give me Butler to get this dub. They're getting 2.5 right now, by the way. This is the one. This is the one. Creighton, they're all right this year. I don't think they're nearly as good as the previous couple years. I just feel like Butler is due. They went on that road trip and now they're back. They got their heart broken by Nova in this very building. I think this is the first game since that in this stadium. So 8 losses in a row. Creighton's 0-3 on the road. You lock up these Bulldogs getting 2.5. Sprinkle that. Well, maybe just play it on the money line. What are you doing here?
Early morning battle. Creighton needs this game like blood too. They're on the bubble. Actually, they're on the outside looking in. They can't lose this, or they're
so is Butler though.
Yeah, well, they're out. They're completely out. Creighton's actually like in the NCAA tournament conversation. They got some guys that have won a lot of games here. I think they pop up and beat Butler by double digits.
Now we got a problem. We got a battle
At Henkel Fieldhouse, the great Henkel Fieldhouse. Dundee on Butler plus 2.5. Mac on these Blue Jays.
Hunter Vick says Creighton's road to the tournament starts right now. Roll damn Jays.
It has to.
Next up, LaSalle. This logo is incredible. I'm not going to post the Fran photo because he's not at home. All right. But he has made a few trips upstate, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's made a few trips upstate. LaSalle's catching 12.5. Should we lock this?
Yes.
It's too many points.
The Bonnies are getting way too much love right now.
Too many fucking points.
The computers are out of whack on the bounties right now. Cocktail Napkin even has this at 17, and I don't love it, so I'm staying away.
This is always this is a close game between two well-respected coaches. Schmidt versus Dumphy. Drag it out. Bonnie's
2-point game. 2-point game last time they played. Let's load up on this double lock. Yeah, double lock. Bieniek, actually, can we get our picture of our guy again? Can you get a picture of Fran, or is your computer not ready for that? Let me see if I can.
My computer is going to blow up. We have 140 games to pick.
It's okay.
This computer's always good.
They come for the show, buddy. Yeah. There it is. There it is. So we have a smash play tomorrow. You got to get on the action.
I'm betting the whole noon slate. I can already tell you. Like, I love the noon slate.
All right, maybe my computer's gonna blow up because this thing is. All right,
here we go.
All right, just Google image the guy, Fran Dunphy. Anyway, double lock. So we're 2 locks in already, and my computer is gonna blow up. Next up, Louisville is headed to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I have seen the line go down 0.5 point. Pitt won this matchup last season. Now, granted, it's a different Louisville team.
Throw that out. Kenny Payne was.
But was 27 points. 27 points. But this Louisville Cardinals, look, he's got the Adidas on. He's dunking, and this Pitt Panther guy, he's serious. I'm actually going to take Pitt. I'm going to lay the 3.5 with Pitt. This is an awesome game, though.
Yeah.
They should be more of a rivalry between these. Like, it shouldn't be a rivalry game, like a full-on rivalry game, but it should be like 3rd or 4th tier rivals. I feel like. I don't know why. I feel like it should. They were in the Big East for a little bit. What are you doing here? Is it obvious?
No, I'm gonna lock up Pitt. I think Pitt. This is a Pitt spot at home. Louisville's won 5 in a row. Pitt's gonna get them at home. Pitt. As much as I hate Pitt, man, they're good at home.
I'll join you. Double lock on Pitt. I'm gonna bet 60 fucking games tomorrow.
Watch, they're gonna win by 3. These bastards. I swear to God, if they win by 3, I'm gonna kill the whole fucking team.
Yeah, that is pretty terrifying that you're on Pitt now. But I think it's the right side. Next up, USC is in Champaign, Illinois. I have zero interest in watching this game. Illinois is laying 14. I'll take the points, but no bet. And this will not be on my TV. What are you doing here?
Well, what channel is this thing on?
I can guarantee this. I'm looking at the slate. Well, I guess with ATVs.
Big Ten Network. Ugly.
Actually, it has to be on because there's only 6 noon games. Damn it.
I love USC. The teams that have stayed out on the road, the second game of these doubleheaders have been really good so far. I'm locking up USC. Too many points here. I think Illinois wins by 7 or 8. This is a game that they sleepwalk. Early start. I'm on the Trojans.
I think you're right.
They've been in the Midwest for 3 days.
I have so many locks. I'm going to let this one out there. I'm going to let go of this one, but I feel pretty good about it. But I have so many other locks. I don't know. Shout out to Keith Landry saying Peacock can eat his ass. Yeah. Moneyline Mac locking up the Trojan men. I think it's the right side. It's fringe lock potential to me. I'm telling you this now because I know I have a shit ton of other bets, and I hadn't bet this yet, but it's fringe for me. Yeah. Next, we got the Irish heading to Cameron Indoor Stadium to take on the Blue Devils. Duke's laying 20. I'm actually seeing it at 19.5 right now. I will take the points, and I think we should bet this, right?
We should. I mean,
yes.
Notre Dame has fucking taken Carolina to the wire. They've taken NC State to the wire. Duke, they just came off the Pitt win. That was a battle of unbeaten. It's a little bit of a sleepy spot here, early game. I think Notre Dame hangs in this thing and loses by 10.
I feel pretty good about this. I think Duke wins by 12. I think that number is just a little excessive. Yeah. Duke's going to win the game, but I just think 20, 19.5.
This is like Illinois USC to me. The team that's lost a couple in a row, desperate. They've stayed out on the road. Notre Dame stayed out there. They played at NC State. Now they go over across the street, play Duke.
Yeah. Next up, what the fuck is this line? Brown, the Brown guys heading into New Haven, Connecticut. Yes, I will bet this automatically. I have a system. If an Ivy League game gets to double digits, I'm betting it. Brown plus 10.5. Lock it up.
Rematch of the championship game.
Fuck is this spread?
Yeah.
You in?
Yeah, both teams have had like over a week off here, and yeah, I'm all over Brown. This makes no sense.
Yeah, let's triple lock this. And Yale, this is what? Game 3? Game 4 without Pulakaitis, and they haven't played in a week. So they've been able to practice without him, but I still think Brown's got the best player on the floor here. Yeah,
and plus their logo. Look at this fucking bear. This bear's like that. You seen that meme of that Cleveland Brown fan that's just in the crowd, just like he's rocking back and forth, trying to talk to whatever. You've seen the guy at the bar before. If you haven't seen the meme, you've seen just the guy at the bar that's had 40 fucking cocktails, and he's like he's probably like, 6 to 10 minutes away from passing out, but he's still trying to talk to like the new women that have came into the bar. You know what I mean? Like the old ones he tried to hit on and was unsuccessful. They have since moved along, and like new chicks are showing up, and he's like, "Hey, how are you?" Look, 10.5 points. This fucked up bear is gonna cover it. Let's go. Triple
Google
lock
says Brown money parlay with Lamar.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Chair Google donated $20 saying
Appreciate
Brown
you.
money line, parlay it with Lamar first touchdown.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Get in on that action. Let it ride. Next up, Belmont is heading to Terre Haute. You'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out. What the fuck is this line, Mac?
Well, Indiana State's been playing well.
But not good, like Belmont's good program.
It's a road game. I'm gonna lay it with 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Indiana State just because the line doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So give me that Indiana State play. No bet. You betting it?
I think I'm gonna stay away from that one. Fun game,
Northern Illinois headed to the Mountain West in football. Basketball, who knows where if you're the MAC, do you have any interest in keeping them as a bet? No, right? You got to say, yeah. Ohio is laying 20.5 points against in the Wacky Mac. This was a 21-point game. I see what you did, Vegas. This was a 21-point game the last time they played. Vegas phoned this one in. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna lay it. I don't know why. I just that it seems like such a big line. It feels like Ohio wins by 22. No bet here.
Next up, NJIT Lowell. Do you have this line? I don't have this line.
Hold on. We got Lowell is laying 20, another 20-point line.
I will take the points. I know Lowell's off the Vermont loss, but still,
Yeah.
Give me the points. I might even bet that. No, I'm not. But damn it, that's a lot of points. If that was on a Tuesday, I'm betting that.
Take the points. I mean, the other night was a little bit of a dream crusher, I think.
Yeah. Fucking Holy Cross is heading into Easton, Pennsylvania to take on the Leopards of Lafayette. Lafayette laying 4.5 points. Can't do it. Give me these Crusaders plus 4.5. No bet, but I'm excited to watch this. Believe it or not, this is better. Real talk. This game's better than USC Illinois. Fight me. This is better.
I agree. I'll take the points with Holy Cross.
Next up, Wilmington.
Oh, you can't bet this game.
Against Hofstra.
Your arch nemesis this year.
I love Hofstra too, but over the past couple weeks, they've just royally fucked me. Give me Hofstra, no bet.
I'll do the honors. I'll lock up Hofstra. Bounce back here off the disappointing Charleston loss. They get a split at home against Wilmington. This is always a good game. They pull away late.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Flying Dutchman. It's a good game though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
This game. Yes.
Early.
What the fuck is that, by the way?
NFL playoffs. It's on CBS. So they play at 1 Eastern, and then I think Chargers and Texans are at 4. Did we lose him?
Yeah, he's frozen.
He's frozen.
Yeah.
We started talking about the NFL and we froze.
Yeah, that makes sense though. CBS Sports Network. So what? This is tipping off at 10 a.m. local time for San Diego.
11.
This is a 2:00 game or 1?
Wait, did you say San Diego State or did you say New Mexico?
For San Diego, it's 10 a.m.
Oh yeah, San Diego. Yeah, it's 10. For New Mexico, local time 11.
Yep.
How many have the Lobos won in a row now? 6. Whoa! What happened?
We
lost
the
slides. The slides went away. I bet you his computer died.
I don't want to laugh too hard because it might happen to me too.
Oh God.
Shit.
What do you think here?
I think San Diego State's going to compete in this one. Honestly,
I do too.
I think over a possession is too much.
I kind of want to bet San Diego State at the Pit.
Elliott Money might have a point here. Pitt might be a little sleepy at 11 a.m.
It might be. I like the Aztecs here. I mean, they won at Boise last weekend. New Mexico with the phoniest cover of phony covers the other night against Wyoming. They're off, and then the game before that, Nevada. They're 5-0 in league play. We know nobody's running the table in this crazy league. I feel like this is a one-possession game where I want to take San Diego State.
Yeah, Cocktail Napkin, for what it's worth, has San Diego State favored by 2. Wrong team favored here. I don't love this, though. Like, San Diego State has not been, as good as they've been so far to start conference play. Losing a game at home, that just never really happens. So to me, this isn't like your typical Aztec team. So I kind of want to see what they do on the road. They bounced back after that home loss and won at Boise, but I think that was just a great spot. They just murdered Air Force. This is going to be an interesting game, a game to gauge for me on how good San Diego State is this year.
I'm pulling the trigger. I'm betting San Diego State at the Pit. Let's go. Let's go.
What game do you want to jump to here?
I know. I was just thinking the same thing because what? Whoa.
Yeah. Your lock music.
How do I do this? Where did he go? Did he lose Wi-Fi?
I bet you something. Did he text us?
No,
I'm
I
not
haven't
looking at
seen
my
it.
phone. I have my.
So in the 1 o'clock say we already did Indiana Belmont. We already did it in Northern Illinois.
James Madison, App State.
Oh, I want to bet JMU. I like JMU to bounce back.
What line you stand?
I see App State favored by 1.5. I think JMU is going to win. I think they're better. What are you doing here?
App State favored by 1.5.
Yes.
Yeah, James Madison is off that loss. This is a back-to-back road for him, though. Don't know if you've already said that, but
I like the teams though that stay out there and lose the first one. They practice there, a little bit of a foxhole spot, and I think JMU's better than them.
Ooh, how lit's this going to be? Like Colby said, rivalry full of, or a slate full of little rivalries here. This is one of them. App State's not traditionally a huge home court environment in basketball, but this is one game that they'll get up for, I think. I'll take the Mountaineers.
Oh, he lost power. Ice storm. How about that? All right.
Shit.
So TBD. No, he asked if we still have the slides. No, we do not. Just going in order. All right. Until we get him back, we will fire away here, flying on the fly. Noah, let's go to Columbia, South Carolina. We got the Gamecocks coming off a disappointing loss against Alabama. Auburn won at Texas. Auburn's laying 16.5, man.
It's not enough.
Not enough. Dude, Alabama was only laying 10 the other day.
Yeah, that Texas game, though, you have to realize like how bad they finished. I think that's definitely a teaching point for Pearl.
16.5?
Oh, Colby's back. Here we go.
He's probably going hotspot.
Yeah.
16.5, though?
Auburn's winning it by 20. Hey, Colby.
Got a little ice storm going on here in the great state of North Carolina. And look, these people act like it's goddamn Snowmageddon over here where there's just, I mean, literally there's like, I accidentally made the mistake of going to the grocery store without realizing that they were calling for an inch of snow and ice. Let me tell you, people give California a hard time. North Carolina, you're on that level here with your
South.
Dude, I went to the downtown area here, and it's like they're just preparing like the businesses are closing early. It's like, what? For an inch of snow? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
That shit, when I lived in Tennessee, man, they act like they never saw snow. It's like, it's fucking cold here. We're ordering fucking, like, I lived in Clarksville, like, Kentucky's right there. They're like, we never get snow. I go, fuck you. We get snow every year. Why do you guys act like it's like the biggest thing ever? Fucking people are idiots. Hey, who do you want to take in the New Mexico San Diego State game?
That's the game you froze on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
took the Aztecs.
I think I would take the Aztecs too. I'm not that impressed with New Mexico, to tell you the truth. And the fact that it's that early, I don't know if they will be as
That was my
lit as
point.
normal. Yeah.
They're 5-0 in league play too.
Yeah.
I think the Aztecs went out right.
I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot on the Aztecs.
Then we talked about JMU app.
I bet JMU.
This is a great. Didn't App ruin their perfect season in football and basketball last year?
App State's not
App.
traditionally a great home court environment, but they get up for James Madison. That's my angle here.
I'll take App. I don't have no bet. San Diego State. I think I'll actually bet that.
Yeah.
But App. This I want to watch because it's kind of turning into a rivalry. So
Isn't it
let's go.
like a rivalry? I thought it was a rivalry.
Well, I mean, when I think of App State's first rival, it's Georgia Southern. When I think of their second rival, it's Coastal Carolina, I think. But then I would say third, it's either this or Marshall that I think is developing. I mean, ECU is starting. They don't play enough though. They play randomly. But fun game though. Fun game. Next up, Charleston and Monmouth in West Long Branch.
There was
New Jersey.
one more game that we talked without you. Auburn, South Carolina.
Oh, I'll take South Carolina in the points, but no lock after the way I got my ass kicked the other day.
Yeah, I'm not betting this one either, but I did take Auburn. All right.
I got to bet Carolina there. You're telling me Auburn's 7 points better than Alabama on a neutral floor? 6.5, 7 points better.
I've always believed that, my friend.
They ain't seven. Get the fuck out. They're not 7 points better.
I told you the way they collapsed down the stretch against Texas. I think it's going to be a teaching point for Pearl, and they'll come out with a little bit of pep in their step.
Nah.
I think South Carolina's probably going to cover. Auburn's really good this year, so I'm not going to bet it. You're betting it though, huh?
Yeah. We've gone too far on these Auburn lines. This one they haven't covered in 3 games.
Money line Mac, lock it up. The Cox. Charleston, the Cougs, is in West Long Branch, New Jersey, taking on Monmouth. Monmouth catching 6.5. Give me Monmouth plus the points. No bet.
Monmouth fringe lock. Check the picks page. Charleston back-to-back road spot here. There, got on the road.
Next up, Radford is in Spartanburg. This is Spartanburg. Taking on Upstate. What's this line?
6.5.
Give me Upstate.
I'll lay it. Radford wins by 8. No bet.
No bet. UMass. What is this, dude?
But they're off the fucking best friend game. That's the problem.
I need to understand this though. That's what I'm saying. Like George Mason. So like Vegas loves Vanderbilt this year in basketball. Vegas also loves George Mason. Mm-hmm. I can't lay these fucking numbers. Give me UMass. Sprinkle the money line still. I think it's a game. I don't think Mason's that much better. You in?
I mean, Frank's covered every game so far as a 10-point dog in A10 play. St. Joe's, he was getting 10. They lost by 9. Last game against Dayton, they won outright. Let's go. I mean, I think this is a 5 or 6 point game.
Let's go. Double lock. George Mason, start your football program, you filthy whores.
We got the significantly better coach here. I mean, come on. Getting double digits? Noah, what are you doing here?
I'm trying to figure out if we missed a game here. Did we talk about the golf course in New Hampshire?
Wait, the slides though, because you guys went off the slides.
We mixed up the 1 o'clock because we didn't have the slides. So yeah, we didn't talk about this.
What is this line?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't see a line. Check the picks page.
Give me the golf course.
For what it's worth, America East always gave us trouble during these mega Saturdays last year. They didn't release the lines until Saturday morning.
Yeah. Well, I have good thing Old Pick Dundee does a pregame show. And if you remind me, I will talk Binghamton, New Hampshire. That's the type of service we give our customers.
We did get a UMass Lowell. We did get a UMass Lowell line, which is surprising, but I do remember America East giving us a lot of trouble last year. So yeah.
Vermont's out.
I'm assuming Binghamton's like a 1-point favorite, 2-point favorite, right?
We'll give Ken Palm a shout out here.
Oh no, the chat's got it. Chat's got 4.5.
Oh, give me New Hampshire. They came through for us the other night, baby.
I'll take New Hampshire. I'm not locking that thing though.
No. I ain't going back to back. I got my money and I'm out. Got to know when to quit them.
Cornell's in Manhattan taking on the Columbia Lions. Cornell's laying 1. I'm gonna lay it.
I'm gonna lock up Cornell. Columbia 11-2, foo-foo team.
Actually, I'll join you. I think Cornell's just a better team. Let's go. Double lock on these Bears. You say they're the big red, but goddamn it, they have a bear. Let's go with it. Ooh, lock battle. Clark's on Columbia. It's a fun game. Asheville's heading to Clinton, South Carolina. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. To take on the Blue Hose of Presbyterian. What's this line?
Presbyterian's laying 1.
I'll take Asheville. Actually, stinks, but I'm still taking Asheville. Should we bet Asheville? We should bet Asheville. They're coming off a loss too.
Bad road team though. Give me the Blue Hose. Give me the Blue Hose here.
I'll take Asheville. Next.
Presbyterian's off of the upstate loss.
Sorry, my computer's taking a second. Fordham. Yeah, but I mean, Asheville's off the Longwood loss. Fordham is at Davidson. Davidson's laid 8.5. I will take the points.
I kind of want to bet Fordham.
Not me. I've gotten burned by them a lot.
0-3 team. I actually thought they look. I know there were no fans against VCU. I actually thought they played pretty well the other night. Davidson, they've had a week off. Feeling good about themselves at 11-4. I'll take Fordham.
Lock?
Yeah, let's go. Ram it.
Wow. Locking up Fordham. Frank Moore in the chat says, you guys suck. Fuck you too, buddy. All right. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday that involves, everything horrible, syphilis, what else can I throw in there? Bieniek, are you locking up someone in this game?
Yeah, I'm going to lock Battle Mac. I'm going to lay the points with
Shocker.
Little McKillop. I don't love McKillop typically, but Cocktail Napkin is spitting out 13.5 here. I'm not going to pass up that value. Fordham, they're fat and happy after competing against VCU. Now heading down to North Carolina. I think that Davidson gets their feet wet in a double-digit win, their first game in a week and a half.
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
We got a battle in Davidson. Davidson saved. Moneyline Max saying ram it. Bieniek saying give me them Wildcats.
Hey, real quick. We suck so bad that you fucking come in the chat at 3:00 in the morning to watch us drink cocktails and pick games. Who's really winning, pal? Go fuck yourself.
He doesn't already understand that we won. He's like probably wishing AIDS. Look, sure. I don't give a fuck. All right. You're an imaginary person to me, right? You know what I mean? I'm not emotionally attached to evil things happening to you. Anyway.
Imagine fucking going in somebody's chat at 3:00 in the morning and trying to heckle them. How big a fucking loser are you? Go back to your coloring book in your mom's basement, you fucking clown.
It's just, it's rewarding though in a way because you're in here talking. It's like, I mean, I've compared this before. It's like the, if you go see like I don't know, like I'm on YouTube, watch all this shit. You see like a video about somebody, some musician or something. You see some hate in there. Fucking Pantera is terrible. It's like they already won when you commented. They already won.
Yeah.
Pantera is pretty terrible too, though. Next up, Longwood. It's at Winthrop, Rock Hill, South Carolina. What's this line?
Winthrop's playing 3. This is a good game.
Give me a long one.
Give me Winthrop. I like it. They've lost back-to-back, coming back home off the road. You want to do a battle here?
No. I mean, it's a good game, but I don't have strong conviction with this one.
I don't like Longwood away from Farmville. I like Winthrop here. Lock.
Wow.
I like the board tomorrow. Let's go.
He's throwing out locks like a fucking maniac over here. Your wife's gonna see your account. I know you're recently married, bro. Just relax. You gotta hide that.
I'm gonna blame it on fucking Sarkeesian's goal line fucking play call.
Get your brother's password or something, dude.
Sarkeesian's fault after tonight.
Oh man, you took the Longhorns. You fell for it. I was on the Buckeyes. Princeton is in Boston. Princeton, Harvard. This is what I mean. You get these rivalry games, man. Princeton's laying 4.5. Give me Harvard and the points at home. This is a rivalry game, man. I know Harvard's been kind of ass this year, but what are you doing here?
I like Harvard. No bet.
Larry says Pantera is awesome. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm being a little harsh on Pantera, but I was being harsh on that one guy too. I was wishing him AIDS and syphilis. You know what I mean? We joke on this show. All right. I suggest everyone else try that in life. I'm actually really excited to watch Harvard and Princeton. Bowling Green's in Muncie, Indiana. You're not going to get Muncie out in the middle of nowhere, are you? Because I am going to take Ball State -4.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Ball State lost, dropped the home game. Kind of a reset here. Give me Ball State.
No bet. Just surprised. Nah. I'm shocked when you're not betting something at this point. You're like, wait, you're not betting this?
I gotta say some. I already got 12. It's only 2:00 here tomorrow. I gotta space it out. There's some good night games. I'll bet this one though.
A lot of Pantera fans coming for me. They just caught a stray. All right, I have nothing against Pantera. It's just fun to talk a little shit, have a drink. You know, South Florida's in New Orleans, taking on Tulane. And
Timber Tulane.
Tulane's been hot lately, man. So I do think it is a good spot, but I don't know. I have a the fuck is that? I don't know. I have a Tulane drop or a New Orleans drop somewhere here. I can't find it. Yeah, let's lock up the green wave. All right.
South Florida's off the Wichita win.
Yeah.
Double road spot. Wichita down to New Orleans.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Down there.
Double lock with the green wave of Tulane. Tulane laying 3.5. Let's go. All right, next up, Albany. It's in Orono, Maine. Do we have a line on this? Probably not, right? Chat, give us this line.
Maine's laying 1.
I'll take Maine.
Take Albany. I'm not touching this. Game is crazy.
Next up,
Monday night bet.
Oh, you know I love this one right here. We were talking about this the other night.
Yeah.
Cleveland State is in Youngstown at the Ice House. Both teams really hot over the past 10 games.
6-1 versus 5-1.
I'm going to lay it with Youngstown. What are you doing here?
I think I'm going to take Cleveland State. I think we get a 1 possession great game here. I think it's going to be a fun ass game.
Shout out to Weston. What's a little AIDS and syphilis talk between friends? Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. If you're never you don't take life seriously. All right. Just don't. Bieniek, you want to battle? What are you doing here?
Yeah, well, I don't know if anybody bet this game yet, so I'm going to come in with a bet. I think Cleveland State's a little fool's gold. I think they played some of the I think they played some of the weaker opponents in the Horizon League so far to start the season, and also in this little foo win streak here, they've got 2 wins against teams that I played in the NAIA in Brescia and Midway. Those were conference foes of Point Park. So you're going to pad some stats in those games. For this, I like the Flightless Birds defense. At home, it's one of the best home environments in the Horizon League going right now. Not traditionally, but I mean, what Calhoun built is still going strong. So give me the Tigers.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the chat's just doing me.
Chat's on fire.
Great entertainment.
Chat's on fire.
We had gonorrhea entered the chat. Courtney Love, her vagina, I think, entered the chat because she has all of those, I'm sure. I'll join you, Bieniek. Give me Youngstown. Let's Mac, go. We should lock this.
I took Cleveland State. I think it's a 1-possession game. I think 2 really hot teams. We're going to have a hell of a game here.
All right, fine. You want to battle?
Yeah, let's battle. Give me Cleveland State. Have some fun.
You want to bet a game, Mac? I'll pull my string. What's another one?
Bieniek. Dundee on these Penguins. On these little green fucking wannabe Vikings. What is this logo, by the way? What is this logo? I mean, part of me loves it because they're leaning into like the campy side of it. And then like part of me is like, how did they probably hired an artist and he came back with this rendering and you're like, we've got 450 people in the YouTube chat right now. I know somebody knows the game Raft Wars. This little Viking here is straight out of the game Raft Wars. It's a computer game from like the mid 2000s.
Is a
Raft Wars was not on my radar, but there's a generation like I'm a lot older than you, so I won't make any. In mid 2000s, I was getting hammered in the world. Raft Wars was doing its thing too.
Dinero Dom saying, "What the fuck is Raft Wars?" That's what Colby's thinking too.
Yeah,
Colt loves it. Colt loves it. A Raft Wars poll.
I'm just so confused. Like I just picture like, is this like a raft like on water? I imagine
it's a weird game, but yeah, so like just backyard kids are defending their backyard in a little boat, and there's Vikings coming into the backyard, and they're just sending tennis balls and bowling balls and whatever basketballs and whatever they can find. They're launching them at these Vikings that are trying to invade their backyard.
Sorry, dude. Like I said, the mid 2000s.
The only thing on my mind, Gene, was pussy.
Brandon Curry Williams saying I was banging chicks at the time. So
yeah. Raft Wars
for everybody else.
Yeah.
The show is so out of control.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what number. Like, I've lost internet. This has been a fucking disaster, and I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying all of it. Penn and fucking Dartmouth in Hanover. Dartmouth is laying 2.5. I think Dartmouth is the play here. I will lay the 2.5.
Listen, I got like 15 or 16 bets already. You're crazy if you bet this game. I'll take the points at Penn.
Oh, I didn't say I was betting it.
No, I'm saying anybody that wants to bet this game.
Oh, I got you. Saudi Arabia State is in Clemson, South Carolina. Clemson's laying 8.5. I will lay the 8.5 with Clemson. What are you doing here? It's off the Miami game. We should bet this, right?
I love Clemson a lot here. Off the Louisville loss, they're good at home with the Little John. I think they win by 15.
And Saudi Arabia's off that trip to Miami.
Yeah. Yep. Let's go, Clemson.
Double lock on these Clemson Tigers. Let's go. Next up. Yo, good God.
This line is tanking. What's going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on. You put a real team on the schedule. All right, Penny Hardaway. Sorry, Charles Walker, wherever you're at in the world, you fucked with the wrong team, buddy. East Carolina is coming into Memphis. We're gonna go to that fucking hotel with all the ducks that I've been hammered at a few times. We're gonna blow those things away. All right, and we're gonna show up to your little FedEx bullshit. All right, with your $25 million donations. All right, we're gonna teach you a thing or two about life. And what I'm really trying to say is East Carolina stays within the number. What's this number at? What are you seeing it at right now?
It's 13.5. It opened at like 17.
Well, clearly.
And may the Schwartz be with you. What a world, what a world.
Pirates with the points. Sleepy game for Memphis. They don't realize. Put a real opponent on the schedule.
We set out to defend our land, and now we'll never be the same.
Listen to that.
Never.
Fucking saxophone. Memphis, I know you get your big time history in blues, but after we win this game, we will be live on Beale Street at BB King's performing this fucking song live. All right. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'll join you. You know me, man. I like to fade Penny as a double-digit favorite. Line's coming down for a reason. I think ECU hangs in there. It might be a little live here.
Oh, I think Steve Logan has something to say.
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina. You don't come to East Carolina. You don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
Fantastic stuff there, Bieniek. That's I'm surprised your computer must not be working. Bieniek, that's probably a triple lock if I had to guess. He just got Michigan internet.
Hey, real quick, did you see Rocco's nugget? Rocco Miller, our friend?
No, I did not.
There's an ice storm in the Memphis area. I remember last year they had the ice storm for the USF game.
There was nobody there.
And nobody was there in USF. What's ECU's money line, bro? ECU might be
I have that information, I think, right here. Well, I did a second ago, at least. I am seeing plus 550 right now.
Sprinkle.
Yeah, let's go. Next up, Army is at Lehigh. What's the slide?
Probably 2.5 or 3. No, Lehigh's laying 3.5.
Lehigh won by 31 the last time they played, and they're 5-0 at home. Army's 1-6 on the road. Give me these Mountain Hawks.
I feel like the Mountain Hawks is the right side, but I don't want to bet against Army.
This game's great. Next up. Shout out to Tim giving us $10. Super sticker. Appreciate you. BYU is in Fort Worth, Texas, taking on these Horned Frogs. BYU's laying 1.5. So I was making this slide, Mac, and I was like, we got to load up on BYU. But I'm like, man, they play such pussy ball. I feel like Jamie Dixon's TCU team can kind of fuck with them with their physicality, despite the fact this TCU team looks to be the worst in 4 or 5 years here, I feel like. I'm curious, Big 12 specialist. What are you doing here?
By the way, the Big 12 slate at 2:00 Eastern is absolutely great. All the lines are 1.5 too. I think we should bet BYU. I think TCU has played pretty well so far. BYU coming off back-to-back losses, just dropped a rare home game, going out on the road. I think they're significantly better. I think BYU wins by like 7 or 8. And I think there's a lot of Mormons that will be at this game in the Fort Worth area.
Isn't there a bunch of snow there too? The whole goddamn country's, except North Carolina, has snow.
The snow will not slow down the Mormons. They will find a way to go to BYU games. They're crazy.
All right, I'm going to trust you on this.
Let's go.
Big
BYU.
12 specialist. Shout out to Rocco Miller, by the way. Does a great job covering college hoops. Hell of a good guy. Next up, UConn. Oh, this game's fantastic. This game, Clark. I know you already tagged me in how many fans were going to be there. Shout out to Clark in the chat. Here, 16,000 rowdy fans. This is one of the best games of the day, right? Like it has the potential to be one of the best games of the day.
It needs to be back as a national game, 2:00 Fox. This is fantastic. I can't wait for this game.
I think UConn's the play though. Georgetown's too young. I love, grew up in the area. Love Georgetown.
Yep.
Would love to see them back doing it, but I just don't think, I just think UConn, the way they lost to Nova, I think it's a spot we should jump on these Huskies. I'm locking up UConn. What are you doing here?
I love betting against UConn, but I think this is a UConn spot. The moment's too big for Georgetown. They're going to get there eventually, but this is going to be the biggest crowd of the year. I think they play out of character. UConn pulls away, wins by like 7 or 8.
Double lock on these Huskies. Very excited to watch that game, though.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Towson is taking on these Drexel Dragons. Drexel's laying 2. You surprised at this line a little bit?
Which way? Did you think it was going to be bigger or shorter?
I actually thought there was a shot Towson could be favored.
Yeah. See, I'm with you. I like Towson. I think Towson is going to start playing better in CAA play. They match up well with these teams. It's under scary.
I'm going to take Towson. I got so many bets on the board. I'm not going to go in on this, but I feel all right about it. You?
I like Towson a lot. I'll bet it. They're going to win outright. They're winning outright. I know it's scary.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up. These Towson Tigers.
Bored.
Let's go. We are going to. Whoa.
That game's unreal.
Delaware is in Hampton, Virginia. Delaware's laying 1. What's going on with these Delaware lines lately?
Fishy.
Give me Hampton here. Something's not making sense. Give me Hampton. I don't know though, because like Delaware, they covered the other day, even though that line was short.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Hampton. The line's still weird to me. I would have Delaware as a little bit more of a favorite if it was up to me. What are you doing here?
I'm with you. I like Hampton.
Moving along. This game, absolutely fantastic. Iowa State, the Clones.
Looks like, for what it's worth, Delaware has 2 injuries. So neither of them everyday starters, but 2 injuries, I guess.
So less depth for the Blue Hens. Iowa State and Lubbock, Texas. Texas Tech laying 1.5. Has this line moved at all from since I made this slide?
No, I think you're right. I think it's 1.5. So yeah, it's 1.5.
This game's on ESPN. Pretty awesome game. Kind of fascinated by this one because Iowa State's been on such a roll. Is this where they get caught?
They've won 10 in a row here. They got Kansas on deck in Ames. Schedule loss.
I just feel like Texas Tech plays kind of their style too. Like Texas Tech's, I know it's not the Chris Beard, Mark Adams, but they're still a very good defensive team. And that was impressive the other night at BYU. Give me those Red Raiders. I think we should bet this.
Yeah, I mean, you got a top 5 team in the country on the road getting points. I think it's telling. I think Texas Tech's physicality in the front court can match Iowa State. Like, you can't get punked by Iowa State or Houston. I don't think Texas Tech is going to. Love McCaslin, love Otzelberger. Tech wins by
this
5.
Game's awesome.
Game. Let's go. I'll lock it.
Yeah, I'll join you. Do we get a triple lock, Bieniek?
Yeah, this is a triple lock. I love this Texas Tech team. Like Max said, this is a little bit. I don't know if you're going into Lubbock looking ahead to a home game, but if you were ever going to, it's Kansas. So that one's next for the Cyclones, for what it's worth. I do like how Texas Tech seems to have bounced back after that UCF loss. They went and swept the Utah road trip, and JT Toppin really didn't perform all that great, didn't stuff the stat sheet anywhere. It was just two really good team performances, and you need that against Iowa State. You can't be sloppy, you can't be turning the ball over. And when you look at Elijah Hawkins, who's one of the best distributing point guards in the country, he may not be looking for his shot all the time here, but I mean, the last two games on the road in Utah, 15 assists, 1 turnover. I think the Red Raiders are the team here. I think they win it by 2 or more.
Triple lock on these Red Raiders. They got to go back to this logo. Let's go. All right. And by the way, that's on Stormwatch. I do think they will storm. BU is in Hamilton, New York, taking on our boys. Our boys.
Wait till you hear this line.
Colgate, the Raiders. What is this line?
Play the music. Colgate's only laying 3. Lock Colgate.
Yes. Give me these Raiders. It's going to be sweaty. They're not as good as normal, but they're still at home there. This is a culture play. It's just what we do. How much money do you think we've made on Colgate over the past few years? I feel like 5 years, maybe even 6. Colgate's been smashing these teams. It was a little sweaty the other night. I think it will be similar to that in this game. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Justice Perfect. Appreciate you coming back. Charles Walker, we're battling, man. We're battling, Charles. Sorry. Stay safe in that ice storm. The Chinese food restaurant.
Rob Donaldson's YouTube logo.
Bieniek loves that.
Texas A&M Commerce. They're calling themselves some other name on the fly. I'm not paying attention to that shit. They're at Natchitoches or some shit like that. I always get this confused. Taking on Northwestern State and these demons. What's this line, Mac?
Northwestern State's laying 8.5. Such a dead number. I have no idea.
That's a big number. Give me the Chinese food restaurant. Let's go.
I'll take Commerce. Let's go.
That's my low main play of the day. Next up, Temple. Just taking on Rice. This game, the Battle of the Owls. Who will win this one, Mac? I kind of think Temple's a better team, but they are always on the take.
Careful. It says rig game written all over.
It does. I'll take Temple. No bet at all. What are you doing here?
They're awful loss. I gotta think they're the right side, right? They lost by 1 to ECU. They win by 1 here. It's a French lock. They're not getting swept by ECU and Rice on the road.
I'm not betting this. You have fun with this. Central Arkansas is at Fort Myers taking on Florida Gulf Coast. What's this line?
Good question.
Max got a story on this one.
Colby, what if I told you this game opened Central Arkansas -3.5? They hung a bad number.
I assume you bet that right away, right?
I did. So hopefully
so what's the real number now? Gulf Coast
out there. Yeah. So I'm
assuming Gulf Coast -3.5.
Even if it's -3.5, I mean,
I love Florida Gulf Coast.
Cocktail Napkin has Florida Gulf Coast -16.5.
Yeah. So if I lose this bet, Gulf Coast +3, you probably won't see me on the show tomorrow. Just kidding.
Ken Palm has it at 14, as Trevor Vandenbosch Jones says.
Okay. So if it's that sucks.
Bovada has FGCU -12. Thanks to Clint.
Thanks for
Arkansas wins by 4. Watch.
Thanks for the text message. You pile of shit.
It was available for like a half hour. It was fucking weird. I was going through the slate. I go, like, what? And then Stooley Picks messaged me, and I was like, "There's no way that's the actual number," and it was the actual number.
Damn. Yeah, I'll take Gulf Coast too, especially if that number's out there. But at 12.5, I don't know. I'll still take Gulf Coast. No bet. What are you doing here?
15 points of CLV. Give me Central Arkansas. I'm definitely.
There you go. Kansas is heading into Cincinnati, Skyline Chili.
Oh God!
Look at that. When is Cincinnati going to go back to this logo?
They need to after this 3-game losing streak.
That's true. Cincinnati's laying 1.5. The line, it's telling you, Mac.
Yeah.
Are they storming in Cincinnati? I think they are.
Yeah. And I actually think Cincinnati's a pretty good matchup for Kansas. They can throw big bodies, athletes at Dickinson. Cincinnati's win this game. They're 0-3 in league play. They got to get back on the bright side of the bubble. Kansas is overrated, especially when they hit the road. Give me the Bearcats.
I'll join you because the line just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Give me these Bearcats. Lay the 1.5.
No bet, Bieniek?
I talked a lot of shit about Cincinnati over the past 2 weeks, and I'm like, yeah, give me them against Kansas. It's all about the number, right? Yeah. Next up, North Carolina A&T. I kind of like fading them, but here they are taking on William and Mary. Tribe laying 12.5 in Williamsburg. That's a big number. Give me A&T in the points. Give me A&T in the points.
Bill and Mary's been fucking you up. Yeah, I'll take the points, I bet.
Next up, South Dakota State's in Omaha. South Dakota State's laying 4.5. You know, I was building the slide and my wife came outside. Well, not outside, but the other room. She saw this, that I was building the slide and she said, take South Dakota State. So I will listen to my wife and I will lay the 4.5.
The coot bunny wabbit.
Yeah.
That really
he's killing it. He's killing it. I'm on South Dakota State -4.5. What are you doing here?
What drugs did he take before the fucking show? Yeah, I'll take the Jackrabbits.
What was that game he was referencing? I can't even think about it. I can't even remember it anymore.
Raft Wars.
Raft. I was gonna say slip and slide. Raft Wars. Folks, go check out Raft Wars. Great game. I don't even a computer, PlayStation. What are we on here?
Speaking of folks, go check out. Did we do the second ad? You want to do that?
I did it. I did it earlier.
I don't have it then. Oops.
It's before I lost internet. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'll take Jackrabbits. It feels trappy though.
It does. It does. Next up, Loyola Chicago's in Philly, taking on St. Joe's. St. Joe's coming off that tough loss to Duquesne in overtime. Give me Loyola Chicago. I don't trust St. Joe's. Give me Loyola.
Yeah, they're all back-to-back losses. I like St. Joe's back at home. No bet.
Next up, Kennesaw State. This is. I'm back on my tops. There's no way.
I'll join you. Double lock.
Yeah. Western Kentucky -7.5. Get in there. Lock it up. Double lock play here. Next up, North Dakota State heading into Denver. Bieniek, 9.5 points. They're giving your boys.
I don't feel that great about this one though.
Oh, I'm locking Denver. They've been great at home. They laid a complete egg by 30 the other night randomly. They're gonna compete in this game. North Dakota State wins by 6. Give me the.
I think North Dakota State can score with them. Like this is one of those teams that can, Denver's entire game is They don't play much defense, but they're going to try to outscore you at altitude. I don't know if that affects the Bison too much.
So the Bison didn't play any defense the other night either.
I'll take the points, but I'm not betting this. I'm not.
Still won by 14.
You're betting this, huh?
Roberts. Yeah. I'm taking Denver. Getting 10 at home. Ridiculous.
Money line mag locking up these Pioneers. Next up, we are going to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, where Texas State's laying 3.5. Give me Southern Miss. They looked good the other night. No bet. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Southern Miss is another team, Colby, that I think we just blindly take it home and fade on the road.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have strong conviction on this because they've been all over the place this year.
Texas State just went into Troy and won.
It is a good letdown spot. It is a good letdown spot.
This is a fringe lock. Check the picks page. Corbella.
Bradley, the Braves. This game's awesome. Take it on the Flames of UIC. I'm gonna watch. This is what I'm talking about. I love the. There's a lot of little rivalry games. Bradley just lost. Bradley's gonna go beat them. I'm gonna lay the 2.5, and I will bet the Bradley Braves against UIC. Mac,
I'll join you. UIC playing good basketball, kind of like they're feeling themselves coming in this game. Bradley Foxhole spot. Disappointing, rare home loss. They bounce back here.
UIC, you gotta call 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE and get a new fucking logo. That flame was like used in like '92. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog or some shit. Please.
The entire chat on Illinois Chicago.
Really?
And that line is at 1.5 now, according to the chat.
I love Bradley.
I do too. Syracuse, it's in Chestnut Hill. This old school Big East game. BC's laying 1. I will lay the 1 with BC. What are you doing here?
I'm on BC here. This is tempting. Like Syracuse is off a rare win. I'm looking forward to this game. Is this a C-dub game?
I think it is. I think I looked at it earlier. I think it is.
Oh, This is a perfect C-dub game. Yeah, give me BC.
Yes, it's on CW Network.
Beautiful. Love it.
This is a lock. I feel like we lock San Jose State every time.
Oh, this feels trapped, man.
They're gonna win against this. It's down to 1.5. I'm seeing right now. Yeah, I'll bet it. San Jose State minus 1.5 against Air Force. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
Air Force is going to win one of these games. I don't think San Jose has the athletes to just completely dominate them. I'll take Air Force.
San Jose State also hosts New Mexico next too.
But no one goes to their games. Old Dominion is in Mobile, Alabama. Take on the red hot South Alabama Jaguars. It's a big ass number. South Alabama wins, but they win by 10. Give me ODU.
ODU? South Alabama 4-0 in league play. They just drilled Arkansas State in a spotlight game the other night.
No, but they've been drilling everybody. Southern State.
Have they been laying 15 though?
Check this out though. They beat JMU by 28. They beat Georgia State by 26. They beat Georgia Southern by 29. They beat Arkansas State. They're fucking up everybody. Yeah, no bet for me.
This is South Alabama we're talking about. I'm betting ODU.
Money line mag locking up these Monarchs. All right, next up, Akron is in Ypsilanti, where Bieniek is known to cruise around town late at night, drop the top in his LeBaron.
You've heard of Janai Broom, but have you heard of John Broom? a freshman for South Alabama.
I was looking at his pro. I actually was looking at his ESPN profile the other day. Akron is laying 8 at the factory there. Bieniek, you can't just bounce in here and then come back.
Analysis on this
especially when it's your team. All right.
So Iowa and Michigan. This is like
of any directional Michigan team. You both know it's not Eastern Michigan. That's my team. This team's underperformed forever. I do not like EMU. I think Akron wins double digits. I don't love it though.
I'm on EMU. I'm taking EMU there. Rock there saying Boise State's lost to BC, the Virgin Islands. It's a quad 4 loss currently. Eagles have been atrocious since then. They have.
That's why I'm betting BC tomorrow. They're beating Syracuse on the seed.
I think they're gonna get them, but I'm not gonna bet that game. What are you doing here? You taking EMU?
I'm gonna lay it with Akron. No conviction here. They win by 9.
Yeah. I don't know. It's Maction. 8 points a lot. Florida International, the Sunblazers heading to the Bear Claw, take on Sam Houston State. Oh, I had this one circled.
Sam Houston's gonna fuck.
I think Sam Houston is the play. Just look, FIU's on the back end of a back-to-back away. They were at Louisiana Tech. We were on La Tech the other night as they won by 17. FIU now taking Sam Houston after a tough loss to Liberty. We know the Flaming Libs, kind of unorthodox, as far as a team's, profile. I feel like when you play Liberty, it's different than almost every team in the CUSA.
And it's also not a bad loss either.
Yeah, with that too. Yeah. Bieniek, are you going to lock Sam Houston with us?
Yeah, I'm 100% here for it because Conference USA home teams dominate. I think I've said it before on the show plenty of times. Actually, 3rd best home win percentage last season. This season, it's been pretty much the same. When you get a bottom feeder in the conference like Florida International, it provides a great bounce back spot. And we saw it with Louisiana Tech after they lost 2 in a row. They stomped FIU by 17 and the line was only like 8. Now you're seeing it with Sam Houston. The line's 7.5. They haven't looked great. They're 1-2 in conference play to start. But I think this is a curb stomp spot. So let's go Bearcats.
Triple lock on Sam Houston State at the Bear Claw.
They're 0-3 in league play. This is a stomp spot. Sam Houston drills them.
Oh yeah. Western Michigan's heading to Oxford. Take on the Miami, Ohio Redskins. Miami, Ohio's laying 10. Give me Western Michigan plus 10. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it, no bet.
Yeah, I'm not betting this game.
I feel like all these MAC games land on 10. So it's like you get hooked either way.
I'm really excited to watch this game here. Shout out to Damani in the chat who's a door. Oh, what do you got over there you're wearing? Is that a Vandy shirt?
Yes, sir. Vandy
there we go. Vandy's catching 3 in Columbia, Missouri. Is that an omen, Bieniek? Because I think Vandy's the play here. I think Vandy's better than Missouri this year. So give me Vandy. Mac?
Yeah, it's a little chilly here. It's snowing outside, so I wanted to wear a sweatshirt during the show. So went into my drawer and I was like, "Oh shit, is Vanderbilt playing tomorrow?" Checked the schedule and I was like, "Oh, that's a game they can win." So I put it on and said, "Yeah, let's bet the Commodores."
Said, "Let it ride. Let's go."
Yeah,
Bieniek,
yeah,
locking up. Are you locking it too?
Double. It's I like Vanderbilt off of they lost to Mississippi State, but I thought they still looked the part the other night. Still battled. I think they go into Missouri and get a big win here. Let's go Vandy.
Double lock, Bieniek, Mac on Vandy. I'm also taking Vandy, just not betting it. I think it's the right side. Next up, Morgan State's in Howard. Washington D.C. Taking on these Bison. What's this line, man?
Howard laying 9. What do you think?
I think I'm going to take Morgan State +9, and I could be talking to a wager here.
Ooh, I didn't see that coming.
Actually, it was a 13-point game. I just feel like
I hate betting these games buried on the 4 o'clock.
Big number
on Saturday. I'll take the points with you. I'm not going to bet it though.
Howard's got Coppin on deck. It's a look ahead spot.
Big game.
Don't bet this game.
No. 1,000 other games.
All right, now I was thinking about this one. UNLV is in Fort Collins taking on Colorado State. I know UNLV's been all over the place, really, since they hired Kruger. I feel like they've been all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're live here, man. I think they're better than Colorado State.
Kicked by Boise earlier in the week.
I think they are better than Colorado State.
I think we go in on, yeah. I think we go in on. They just played an altitude. Sorry, I can't talk. The other night. I'm with you. Let's bet Vegas.
I think you sprinkle the money line on this play.
Agreed.
Double lock. UNLV running Rebels. Let's go. Next up, the Citadel. Heading to Johnson City to take on East Tennessee State. Citadel's Citadel's catching 16.5.
Playing a weekend game on the road neutralizes their home court advantage. Shame on the SoCon.
Wait, is this neutral?
No, it's in Johnson City.
Well, I'm saying the Citadel, their home court is only lit on the weekend. So.
Oh yeah, them and VMI.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. It's a big number. Very
Furman
big number.
on deck. Let's take the points.
Yeah, I just think for SoCon, even with VMI, a lot of times I take the points on these gigantic spreads. Next up, Georgia Southern, Marshall laying 8.5. I will lay it. You can talk me into a lock here.
I think we went a tad too high here with Marshall. Give me the points. Marshall wins by 6.
Southern's terrible though.
They're off a big win against JMU though. I think they win. I think Marshall always wins at home.
I don't think Georgia Southern's half bad. I think they're all right.
I'll lay it with Marshall. No bet though. Georgia Tech, the Rambling Wreck, are in Dallas, Texas. Taking on SMU. SMU laying 9.5. What is this, man? It's too high, right?
I agree. I think we should take Georgia Tech.
I think we should too.
Let's take a
Tech.
stab at Georgia Tech here. Georgia Tech will play up to their competition.
Double lock on the Yellow Jackets. Buzz, sting. Get in. Next up, Doug Gottlieb. He is in Milwaukee, taking on Bart Lundy and the Panthers. The line is 17. Let's bet Gottlieb.
This is a rivalry.
Dude, how much money have we lost on Green Bay this year? I honestly think if you were to look at my account and go strictly on Green Bay, I bet you I've lost $1,000.
Milwaukee already dominated and won by 21 on the road this year.
In a game I lost. It's just a huge number for an in-state battle. Second time you're playing them too. I have to do this. Lock Green Bay plus 17.
Double lock. Let's go.
Yeah.
They had a week off to prepare for this game. They're going to fight and lose by 14.
Let's go. All right. And if you needed any more reason to bet on Green Bay here, I just want to say,
I'm just here to bring diversity to this set here. Give the kind of white man's perspective on things from the point guard position.
We need that team that showed up at Drake. Remember when they were like tied with Drake with 5 minutes left?
Yeah. They've had multiple guys quit the team since then, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the culture right.
Big number. It's a big number. They all go to Milwaukee to get loaded all the time. They're familiar with
Clark's
the town.
saying Anthony Roy's gone. Did he quit the team?
Well, he's been. I think
like
that's. It sounds like that's what I'm saying. Like I think he was the second guy to quit the team, right?
Okay.
Oh, fuck those guys. They were 2-15 with them. I'm actually on Gottlieb's side. They suck too. I don't care how many points they score. Every fucking 2-15 losing team needs a leading scorer. I'll tell you that.
Trevor, we're taking Green Bay, right?
Yes, I'm taking Green Bay.
Trevor, you got to let us know what you're doing here. Wichita is in San Antonio, taking on UTSA. Wichita coming off that bad loss, laying 6. I will bet Wichita -6. They got embarrassed the other night. They got embarrassed at home. UTSA doesn't support their basketball team. 6 people will be at this game.
I agree with you there. They are 0-2 in league play. I do agree with you. Wichita's got to be the side here. All right, you talked me into it. That's why
Did you see Trevor's response here?
Yeah, he hates Green Bay. The rivalry.
Yeah. I mean, I feel good about that Wichita play. Next up, E-Dub, Eastern Washington. Road favorite here at the Nest. Laying 4.5.
Munson is a road favorite.
Give me Sac State, man. I think Sac State's live here. Should we bet this?
This is so tempting to bet. Munson as a road favorite at E-Dub. Oh, get out of here, Sac State.
Did somebody sit on that Hornet's head?
It's struggling a little bit there. Well, that's just the pollution from the fires, dude.
Beta got the good edibles tonight.
I know. I love this. This is like when he was in. Remember that one episode we did where he was like at center court in Morgantown at Dub V's court. What's your name of their stadium again?
I roofied his Kool-Aid. Yeah, welcome to Morgantown, motherfucker. Roofie.
This game's hilarious right here.
There was
Virginia.
something in that pepperoni.
Virginia is in Palo Alto taking on Stanford. I have zero interest in watching this game. Stanford's laying 7.5. Give me the Wahoos plus 7.5. What are you doing here?
We should bet Virginia. They already played out on the road. They kind of been
there. They've been there for like what, 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah, stayed out there. It's not the academic calendar. No academics. These schools actually care about academics. I think Virginia. This is a 1 possession game. I'm locking Virginia.
Right.
This tad
I'm in. Let's go. 7.5 with the Wahoos.
More than a touchdown.
Yeah. Give me these Wahoos. Let's go. Next up, Alabama A&M is in Lorman, Mississippi, taking on Alcorn State. This, how can the SWAC be so fired every logo, and then you get to the Alcorn State one that just drives me crazy? I've made this comparison before. It just reminds me of like you're watching like a B-list action movie in the 90s, and they have to hack into like the bank vault. You know what I mean? Like a Van Damme action movie or something. Where you have to like, and they pass the computer to like the computer nerd, and they go through, and it's like, I got the software to go through it, and it's like this thing loads up, right? Alcorn State, and then they get in there, and it's like, I told you I'm a fucking computer whiz, and then Van Damme goes in there and kills everybody, kicks everyone 5,000 times, and it's awesome. That is this logo. How can the SWAC be so fire, and then Alcorn State continue to put this bullshit logo out in front of everybody? I find it offensive to the rest of the SWAC. They just phone this in. Call 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. I know 25 fucking people that I can get you a brand new logo looking better than this. Give me a week. Not even. Like, give me 72 hours. I'll get you a better logo than this. What's the line here?
Alcorn's laying 2.
I think we should lay the 2.
Yeah. No bet.
I want to bet this.
Oh my God!
So Alcorn,
What edibles are you on right now?
No. Like Alabama A&M just went 2-0 in their home stretch here. Do you know the teams they beat? Pine Bluff and Valley State.
I think I made cash on both of those games, right?
Yeah, so I think this line's a little short. Like Alcorn State, of course, they're 0-14, but they played that fucking grueling schedule. They only lost by 3 to Jackson State, who I think is one of the better teams in the SWAC. I think they get their first win of the year here.
What channel are you watching this on tomorrow?
Oh, it probably won't be on. It probably won't make the command center tomorrow.
Well, if we bet on it, it will. But I like Alcorn here. By the way, the A&M logo is taking strays here. The A&M logo is classic. It's a classic look. I like the A&M logo, right? It's like they've had that shit forever. It's a good look. It's almost like Texas A&M in a way. It like a branding. The A&M look from a branding point of view, I think makes sense. The Alcorn one just needs so much goddamn help. I'm on Alcorn fringe lock. And
to go even more on this, like Alabama A&M did not play the schedule that Alcorn did. A&M's schedule 323rd, 176 in non-con strength of schedule. Alcorn State's 8th nationally non-conference strength of schedule. Like there's just if you're looking at the stats, there's just one team that's been trampled on unfairly because they're making money for their athletic department. Give me the Braves.
Why has this been our longest breakdown since New Mexico, San Diego State? Move on.
It's one of my favorite bets to.
Oh, he's on the good shit tonight.
Bieniek locking up the Braves on the warpath. Alcorn State.
We respect the SWAC on the college.
I love the SWAC. Rocco said there was a streaker in the Marshall game the other night. Odds of a repeat offense tomorrow. High. Anytime it's a Saturday in Huntington, West Virginia, I would say very high.
Game delayed today? Like the Fairfield game? Wasn't that game delayed today?
Yeah, the mimosas arrived late at the brunch game. I don't know what happened.
Neither.
And then
it was late. You're right.
ESPN Plus wasn't working.
Someone in the chat's asking best Van Damme movie. That's a very tough question. The first one that pops up in my head is Bloodsport, but I kind of thought Lionheart was incredibly slept on. Both are fantastic watches. All right, I don't care what anyone says. And I also like the one where there's 2 of them. There's 2 Van Dammes in one movie. They kick everyone's ass like every Van Damme movie should. And then there's another one. What's the one where he's a double time, something like that. I'm going to go for my money, Bloodsport or Lionheart. I feel like Lionheart gets a little disrespected by everyone always says Bloodsport. Lionheart's fire. You got a favorite Van Damme movie, Mac?
No, not really. I'm not a big Van Damme guy, but I mean, those movies are good. They're good.
Yeah. He did one recently, like in the past decade or two, that no one saw that's actually fucking pretty cool. It's called JCVD. And it's like he's playing himself as an actor, and he's like at a bank, and the bank gets robbed. And it's highly entertaining. I would check it out. JCVD. That's enough. That's enough Van Damme talk for this episode. But shout out to Van Damme. Next up, North Alabama. Zindelown, Florida, taking on Stetson. This logo drives me crazy for Stetson too. Unoriginal.
Horrible.
Took the Mavericks hat. Took the Michigan State S.
Want to be Michigan State.
Bothers the fuck out of me. Just absolutely bother. They only have like volleyball 2 logos. Yeah, just volleyball in the background. North Alabama. What's this line, Mac?
I'm getting a kick out of the chat. They're killing Bieniek for his meatloaf play of the day of Alcorn State. If we got North Alabama laying 8, lay it.
I will lay it too. North Alabama's not bad. They're not bad. Next up, Lancers of Cal Baptist are in Orem, Utah, taking on Utah Valley. UV laying 5.5. UV with that huge win against Grand Canyon the other night. Give me Cal Baptist plus the points here. A little concerned about the altitude, but give me CB. What are you doing here?
I really like Cal Baptist here. How many times do we see it where a team pulls an upset, then they come back a couple days later, they're laying points at home in a game they're supposed to win? Cal and Utah Valley's also won 6 in a row here. Sleepy spot. Cal Baptist better than the record. Cal Baptist wins outright.
Locking it, huh?
Yeah, let's go.
One of the Mac locking up the Lancers of Cal Baptist. I did like sudden death too. There was one where he was in New Orleans. There's one like post-apocalyptic one he did back in the day. I don't remember the name. Oh, actually I do now. Cyborg. Cyborg was. That's how you know the real ones. All right. Next up, Delaware State's in Orangeburg, South Carolina, taking out South Carolina State. What's this line?
I think it's like 9.5. It's a little high now.
Yeah, I think at this point, give me Delaware State. What are you doing here?
Yeah, give me Delaware State. Close game.
That's almost bet worthy at 9.5.
Yeah.
Should we?
I don't know. South Carolina State plays up tempo though. They may win by 10.
I might bet that. Coastal Carolina is in Atlanta taking on Georgia State. Georgia State's laying 3.5. I will lay it with Georgia State.
I'll lay it with Georgia State too. They've actually Colby started to show a little life here.
Yeah, and Coastal's a mess still. Next up, Valpo. The Crusaders, clearly a beacon of shit with this logo. Heading to Murray, Kentucky. Murray State's laying 8.5. I'll lay it with Murray. What are you doing here?
I'm betting Valpo. Murray coming off the big time road trip.
Didn't Valpo just have a huge win too?
Yeah, they beat Indiana State at home, but now
it's a rivalry game.
Yeah, but they're 8.5.
Valpo's on a 3-game win streak.
Yeah, Murray just went to Drake in Northern Iowa, feeling fat and happy, coming back home. This is going to be a 5-point game. Give me Valpo.
Locking it too?
Yeah.
Wow, this guy. One of the Mac locking up the Crusaders.
Gonna fade the sweep road trips.
I'll take Murray. Next up, Bucknell is in Washington, D.C. taking on American. Brett says he's never watched a Van Damme movie. Well, I know what you're doing Sunday.
This game is going to be fire.
This game is a good game. What's this line?
I think it's 2. American laying 2.5.
I'm going to lay it.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay it. Yeah.
Bucknell's off the big overtime win.
Man, Universal Soldier was a fucking fire ass movie too. He's got more heat than you realize, I think. North Carolina is in Raleigh taking on the Pussy Pack known as NC State. What is this line?
4.5. Should we bet NC State?
I actually think we probably should. This game is great. Like, this is what I'm saying. I love this Saturday slate because you have a lot of these rivalry games, like second tier rivalry games in some instances. Gosh, I think we should though, man.
I don't think Carolina's that good. And they've won back-to-back games for a change. I think NC State's going to beat them outright.
I think I'm with you.
Yeah.
Pussy Pack.
They're good enough.
Pussy Pack gets it done against Carolina. Take that, Belichick. Next up, Jacksonville. This is a good game here. They're in Richmond, Kentucky at the brand new arena taking on the Colonels of EKU. What's this line?
EKU -1.
I will take EKU -1. And I am actually going to lock this up. Give me Eastern Kentucky -1. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll join you here. I like taking EKU at home in that building.
Jacksonville's had a big win.
Yep.
That's Bellarmine. But still.
Double road.
It's a road win. Yeah.
I like AW Hamilton at home.
Avetta is all over Jacksonville here. I think EKU is brand new stadium. Crowd will be there. Let's go. Vermont is in Smithfield, Rhode Island, taking on Bryant. This game is great. This game. What's this line?
Guess.
I'm assuming Vermont minus 2.5.
Bryant minus 3.
Bryant's favored on the cocktail napkin too. It's only 2 though. I'm not betting Bryant here, but I think this is.
I think we should bet Bryant.
Bryant's so inconsistent though, so I can't bet them.
They have the power to to get up.
Yeah, they have the dudes. You're
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah.
But if you remember, they lay down against Vermont. They get rolled.
I'm going to bet Bryant though. I'm going to bet Bryant because why is this line like this then? Like I think it makes sense to jump on these Bryant Bulldogs right now.
Yeah, I like Bryant. Vermont, they got their big win on the road trip. I think this might be like their 1 or 2 losses here.
So last year they lost by 10 and 17 to Vermont. The year before they lost by 10 on the road, 4 at home.
That's my point, though.
Those are the 2.
Why would this line be the line?
Why are they favored?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm just saying Bryant historically has not competed very well against Vermont, so I can't.
That ends tomorrow. Double lock.
More power to you
on these Bryant Bulldogs. All right. I think the chat's cracking me up. Van Dam's good. He is good. Goddamn right, he's good. Xavier is in Chicago taking on DePaul. Probably should have made the DePaul logo a little bigger. I was kind of in a rush.
Now with the way they've been playing.
Xavier's laying 4.5. Xavier is laying 4.5. Give me DePaul. I mean, I can't bet this though. I can't bet this. What are you doing here?
I love Xavier here. Xavier is in a buy low spot too. What better team to take it out on than DePaul off a double overtime game? Chris Holtman back in league play. Fade City. Give me Xavier. Lock it up.
Wow.
Xavier's not as bad as
Moneyline Mag, locking up the Musketeers. Next up, Florida is heading to Fayetteville, Arkansas, where the Razorbacks are catching 4.5. We got to bet Florida, right? I just don't think Arkansas can beat this team, right? I mean, I understand they just had a gigantic win and they're on the road at a lit environment, but Arkansas has looked like shit this year, man.
What's Calipari's record against Todd Golden? 3-1?
I'm taking Florida.
Arkansas wins tomorrow. Arkansas splits the homestand. Foxhole. Calipari back against the wall. He's not going 0. It was his first ever 0-2 start in the SEC play. I don't think he starts 0-3. I
can't. I just can't. I can't. I've gotten burned too many times. Give me Florida minus 4.5.
Bieniek's on Florida.
Bieniek, sell me on why I should be betting this.
All right. So number 1, circle Elijah Martin in this game going up against John L. Davis. Hope baby.
FAU.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted a bigger role with the Owls, and clearly, to me, he's had the better start to this season. 100%. I think Davis has cashed a check with Arkansas, and they're struggling this season. Florida, I just showed their defensive capability against Arkansas.
I get that, but like coming
swamp.
Where I get paranoid a little bit is just the fact the way they beat Tennessee.
Florida went into Rupp and competed to the final whistle. Like I don't think a road environment that's rowdy is gonna shake these guys whatsoever. They've played the best on the road in the SEC through the first week.
Then why isn't the line 7 or 8?
Because it's still Calipari and people respect him as a coach and the talent that's on this team, but I just don't think they're playing very good ball. Cocktail Napkin has this.
No, you are right.
Down on it.
They are playing very good ball, but I'm going to watch this one from the sidelines. Good
Lock
game.
Battle.
Lock battle for Mac.
Come on. Colby, you know Arkansas's the right side. This is college basketball.
But every time I bet Arkansas, I've ate shit, I feel like, this year.
Yeah. I think Arkansas had their spot. They had the game that they should have gotten up for in Ole Miss, and they laid down.
The game after the game. Now they're a dog. 3:00.
The guy behind the
Saturday,
guy. Right?
Bud Walton Arena. That place is going to be on fire for Florida. Florida just beat the number 1 team in the country by 40.
You got these fucking claws, man. You got these fangs. All right, just go out there. He's the guy behind the guy.
Arkansas all day. Arkansas all day.
I've been seeing Arkansas fans nonstop on my Twitter timeline lately. Nothing's right. They're complaining about NBA music in the arena during the play. Advertisements during
I love like
TV
NBA
timeouts.
music. That's a genre now. You can just go. I can go to the record store and say, "Where's your NBA music?"
Yeah, they are living
like the old white guys complaining.
Hogs fans are looking forward to the baseball season already.
It does sound like
that sounds like
a
month ago. Now they're going to beat Florida. Calipari owns you.
That does sound like an 80-year-old white man who is at the record store.
This NBA
music.
That's a lot of Hogs fans. you're tapping.
All right, we got a battle. Mac on the Razorbacks. Bieniek on the Gators.
And for what it's worth, the one that I saw tweeted out was actually former sponsor of ours, Rebets founder. He's an Arkansas guy. Oh,
Tyson
he was
Chicken?
pissed.
Is the Tyson Chicken guy?
No, not that big, but
all right. Next up, Maryland Eastern Shore. What is this line? I'm looking forward to maybe betting this. Maryland Eastern Shore is at North Carolina Central.
Central's laying like 10 though, man. 10.5. We should lay
Let's
it.
go. Let's go. I'm betting it. I'm betting it, dude.
Let's go. Come on,
Central
Lavelle.
minus 10.5. This is the one. This is the one. Come on, Lavelle. You're back home. You were in Baltimore way too long. This is the one. Next up, Hawaii is in Fullerton, California. Hawaii is laying 8.5. Oh man. Give me Fullerton. No bet. They get drilled so many games.
I hate them.
I do hate them too. They're like a bottom 10 most annoying teams to me this year. But yeah, what are you doing here?
Give me Hawaii. Fullerton's dead to me. Actually, I'll take Fullerton. No bet.
Alabama State is in Jackson, Mississippi, taking on Jackson State. This is actually a good game. I'm excited to watch this one. What's this line?
Jackson State. I think they're laying like 3. 3.5. I'll lay it.
I'll lay it too. Next up, Coppin State. What the hell? I'm guessing 16.5. What's this line?
No. 20.5 points.
I love this Norfolk State team, but Coppin's playing better.
Points.
Coppin's playing better. We've watched them the past 2 games.
Yeah. Points.
We should bet this.
I think we should. I mean, come on. Norfolk's like 20 now.
Who's on deck for Norfolk State? I do love this Norfolk State team, so I am breaking a rule of mine. Who's on deck for the Spartans?
Morgan.
Man, I guess that's not a get up spot. Give me the points, maybe fringe lock. Rocco says never doubt John Becker during league play. Yeah, I mean, look, we normally have a rule.
He loses one or two.
We normally have a rule. We never fade them. I just feel like the line is telling you to take Bryant.
He's got the biggest win of the league play. They won at Lowell. They clinched it.
Yeah. Next up, we're not betting that, right? It was just fringe.
I'm good. I don't need to call that number right now.
Tennessee State is in Macomb taking on the Leathernecks of Western Illinois, who lost in heartbreaking fashion the other night. Western Illinois is laying 1.5. We should bet Western Illinois, right?
Are all the OVC lines 1.5 when in doubt?
Vegas just phones it in with that. They're like, oh shit, I don't know what's going on here. Just make it 1.5. Yeah. Dude, I think we should consider betting Western Illinois.
I think they are the right side. They split the home trip. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's go. Let's go Leathernecks.
Double lock on the Leathernecks here. It's 4 a.m.
Hopefully they don't win by 1.
Yeah, they probably will. Next up, UT Martin, Skyhawks. They are heading to St. Charles, Missouri. What's this line, Mac?
I want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
I cut off the Lindenwood logo. I didn't realize.
What do you think the line is? Lindenwood's leg 1. The OVC's the best.
Give me UT Martin.
Yeah. Give me UT Martin as well. No bet.
iDub. Incarnate Word is in Houston, Texas. Yeah, no. What's this line? I fucked up the line here. What's the line here?
iDub's laying 1.
Give me Houston Christian.
Yeah,
I think we should bet this.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Houston Christian's had.
I've been impressed with them this year, man.
Yeah, they've been chippy. Let's go.
Yeah. They cashed for us. What? I think 2 or 3 games in a row. They won outright against Stephen F. Austin. If you caught that game, it was a very dominating performance against Stephen F. Austin, and they're shooting the 3 well right now. Next up,
coach playing well.
This game's fantastic, by the way, and this is not in Martin, Tennessee. This is in Corpus Christi, Texas. What's this line?
Rio Grande. Actually, I think Corpus Christi is favored by 5. Yeah.
I think I'm going to lay the 5, actually.
I think I'm going to take the 5. I think it's going to be a close game.
This game's awesome, though. I'm going to watch this game.
Yep.
Arkansas State is at Troy, Alabama. Or in Troy, Alabama. Taking on the Troy Trojans. Coming off Heartbreak Hotel. This is a good game.
Yep.
This is a really good game. Give me Arkansas State to bounce back. I'm going to lay the 1.5.
You mean take it?
Oh yeah, take it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet Ark State. I think that they're the best team in this league. They've lost 2 games in a row, uncharacteristic. Bounce back here. They avoid it.
Wait, Troy's. So the line is Arkansas State minus 1.5.
I think Troy. No, I think Troy's laying 1.5.
Oh, I was taking Arkansas State then.
Yeah, I'm on Ark State. That's what I
said. Morehead State is taking on SEMO. What's this line?
It's an OVC game. Let's see what it is. Hey, 2. It's 3. Big number.
Simo's laying? No, it's got to be more than laying 2, right?
Simo's laying 3. I'll lay it. More
Give me the points. Give me the points.
Simo's playing well.
Queens, fresh off a gigantic win at Lipscomb as 15.5-point dogs heading to the Monopoly guy. In Clarksville, Tennessee, the Govs of Austin P. What's this line?
Queens is only laying 1. Austin P just lost to West Georgia at home. Austin P's winning the game.
No, Queens. This Austin P team's ass. No, I don't like the spot for Queens, but
it's a horrible spot. Just one is a 15-point dog on the road, less than 48 hours. Another road spot in Clarksville.
Austin P looked like shit when I was watching them the past couple times.
Get up spot.
Queens gets it done. Yeah, it's like fringe to me. I might battle you in the morning. It's just the fact they won outright that scares me. Next up, Tennessee Tech, SIU Edwardsville. What is this line? I'm hoping that it's short. What's this line?
It's actually kind of a big number. 6. Edwardsville laying 6.
Damn it. I wanted to take I was hoping it'd be like Edwardsville minus 2.5. Give me Edwardsville still. I think they're much better. Let's go.
I agree. Tennessee Tech is like fucking 4-1 in league. They've won 5 in a row. Edwardsville for me.
Yeah. Next up, Navy is in Baltimore taking on the Greyhounds of Loyola, Maryland. What the hell is this line? And look, if you're new to the chat, Saturdays are tough to get all the lines in. To build the slides and then get the lines in, it's just we don't normally have this many unknown numbers. What is it? What is this line, man?
Loyola laying 2.5. Of course it is.
I think Loyola is the right side. I'm going to lay the 2.5.
Yeah, I'll take Leffler and company there in Maryland.
Hitler and Nichols, the Colonels, the Nazis are heading into Lake Charles, Louisiana. Take on our guy Will Wade, friend of the program, and McNeese State. I mean, what's this line right here? Because I am intrigued.
You're laying 16.
McNee's been fired lately, though, man. I've been taking him, but Nichols. I think Nichols is actually like the best opponent they've played in a little bit, right?
This is Nichols' 5th straight road game.
That's enough for me to take McNeese then. Lock up McNeese. Let's go. Cowboys versus Nazis. They haven't made this movie yet, says Colt. Yeah. They probably did. I'm just probably drawing a blank. 70s drugs hit Hollywood and it was fantastic. 70s and 80s. It was then corporate America came and got their hands on all that shit. Mac, what are you doing here?
Give me the Nazis. Lock battle. Lock battle.
Oh, I like this.
McNeese has been playing really, really well. Due for a sleepy spot. They win by 10.
Mac, you know what Mac is saying? He's saying Gestapo State's gonna say halt. Halt.
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
We got a battle. Dundee fading the Nazis as usual. Mac riding with the Gestapo.
I feel like we've seen the ending to this already. The Cowboys beat the Nazis in the end.
Didn't
Make
they do
win,
like a surf
but
Nazi
only by
movie?
10.
I think they did a surf Nazi movie at some point.
The Nazis had a huge lead that they blew against the Cowboys. For what it's worth.
They did. West Georgia, the Wolves are in Nashville taking on Lipscomb. Wrong place, wrong time. What is this line?
20. Lay it.
I think we gotta lay it. I think lay it with Lipscomb here. No bet.
Yeah, lay it.
Idaho's in Portland taking on the Vikings of Portland State. How are we looking here?
Portland State laying 2.5 off the big win the other night. Give me Idaho.
I think you're right here. Give me Idaho. Have you guys seen? There's a movie about Nazis like in the snow that like unfreeze. It's a rather kind of independent movie, but I found it to be highly entertaining. Just Google that. I'm sure it will come up if you are looking for your snow Nazi. If you're fiending for a snow Nazi movie. Next up. Long Beach State is in Davis, California, taking on Jim Les and the Aggies. What is this line? Because I'm looking to jump on UC Davis here.
Davis is line 5.
I'm going to lock up UC Davis. Give me UC Davis -5. Let's go, Aggies. What are you doing here?
I'll join you. They didn't play well the other night, but they still won. I think they bounce back here, play well, and put it on. Let's go.
Double lock on these Aggies. Jim Les, former Sacramento Kings shooting guard. Next up, we got Seton Hall at Providence. What is this number?
Providence laying 8.
Give me the Hall.
You want to bet it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Seton Hall +8. Let's go. Double lock on these Pirates. Shout out to Jason Neff. Yes, Dead Snow is what it's called. I don't think I saw the second or third or whatever the sequels. I think I just saw the original. And Hogan's Heroes. Yeah. I mean, Hogan's Heroes it's classic. Next up, Wake Forest taking on these Canes in Miami. I fucked up this line. What's this line?
Wake's laying 3. Goddamn Miami. Another C-Dub special.
I think we bet Wake.
Wake is known for dropping these bullshit ass games now.
Miami doesn't care.
I agree with that.
Another
Fringe.
game on the CW.
Fringe to me. I might have to bet this. If I'm up, I'm betting this thing.
Yeah, Colby, what the hell? You didn't include that Canes pipe.
I was in a rush at this point, guys. You guys were starting the show, and I was like, "Holy shit! I need to finish these slides." If you can't tell by the line saying NA -3.5,
not available for Miami's roster.
Yeah, double lock Wake. Let's go. Damn shame what Miami did with that momentum of making the Final Four. Bethune-Cookman.
Elite 8 the year before that. Elite 8 then a Final Four.
Bethune-Cookman is taking on Grambling. What is this line?
Bethune -1.
I will lock up my Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. You coming or what?
No. I'll take Bethune, but no bet.
You free money. Florida A&M's in Baton Rouge taking on Southern. What's this line? I want to say
13.5. Southern's laying 13.5.
Give me the points.
I'll take
the
points. No bet.
Oakland. The Golden Grizz are in Highland Heights, Kentucky, taking on the Norsemen. This game's fun. It's a fun game.
Yep.
Greg Campy, what's he gonna do here? You gonna pull out a dub, Bieniek? What's the line?
4.
Well,
Northern Kentucky -4.
They've been sitting down there in Northern Kentucky for a minute. They played in Dayton their last game, so it shouldn't be a travel spot.
Give me the Grizz.
Take the Grizz too.
I'm on Oakland as well.
UNC Greensboro is in Birmingham, Alabama, taking on Samford. I need the numbers on all these.
5.5. That's Samford.
I think it is the right side.
He just wanted the buzzer.
Yeah.
Quick turn, back to back. Samford slept walk in the second half. Samford.
It's a good game. It's a good game. LSU is in Oxford, Mississippi, taking on Ole Miss. Ole Miss laying 10.5. Give me LSU plus 10.5. Coming off that big win at Arkansas. Yeah. Ole Miss wins by 4.
You want to bet LSU?
We should, I think.
Yeah, they're 0-2 in league play. You pick your best fun.
Double lock on these Tigers. Rhode Island is taking on the Richmond Spiders. What 3. Is this one? Richmond's laying 3 or Rhode Island? Rhode Island's laying 3.
Rhode Island's laying 3 on the road. I like Richmond.
I like the Richmond Spiders. They're playing better, dude. Give me the Spiders plus 3. Jacksonville State.
For what it's worth, we're flying right now, but LSU, I can just see it now. They're gonna get blown out against Ole Miss, and they're gonna go home, and they're gonna play Arkansas after losing 3 in a row. And you guys are gonna be like back against the wall. This is their buy low spot, basement. They can't go any lower. I already see it now. I'm calling.
Oh, especially when Arkansas beats Florida. I mean, that'll be a nice letdown spot for Arkansas.
Shout out to Kaysen in the chat. Love when I'm feeding a baby at 3 a.m. Central Time and I get a chance to watch the greatest show on earth. Appreciate you. This game is not in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm just a moron. This is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
We should bet middle.
Oh yeah.
That was the Super Bowl for Jackson State the other night.
Yeah, this is a great spot. Middle Tennessee laying 6.5 against Jacksonville State. Double lock this thing. Next up, Oklahoma's taking on Georgia in Athens. Why I couldn't find this line when I made this slide was puzzling to me. But what's this line?
Georgia's laying 7 now.
I will bet Oklahoma plus 7. They just beat Kentucky. There's a little bit of a letdown spot here.
Yeah, and this is the game after the game. Everybody was on Oklahoma the other night versus A&M. Everybody's pissed off. Oklahoma is going to pop up here. They may win this game outright. It's going to be a 1-possession game.
Double lock on these Sooners.
Boomer.
Little Louisiana classic here. Sela in New Orleans. What's this line at?
6. Give me Sela.
We should bet Sela. We should bet Sela. They're a lot better.
Sure. Let's go.
Double lock on Sela.
I agree
this
with you.
privateer bullshit out of here.
I agree. They're better.
Next up, Northern Colorado is in Missoula taking on the Grizz.
Montana laying 2. We should bet Montana after that fucking Northern Colorado 20-point comeback the other night, less than 48 hours.
I think you're right. You're right.
Montana.
Yeah,
I'm these Grizz. Triple lock on the Grizz. Yeah. Still have like 40 games left. We're gonna do it. Triple lock on Montana.
Cocktail Napkins got it at 6, so I like the value there, and it's a good spot after Noco's comeback.
Virginia Tech is in Berkeley taking on Cal. I feel pretty good about Cal laying 6.5 here.
That's a lot with Cal, though.
Virginia Tech's a fucking terrible basketball team, dude.
I will say this. They actually looked all right the other night. That final score was not indicative. Like, Stanford covered for like 10 seconds out of that game.
But I don't know. I'm going to lay it. What are you doing here?
I'll lay with Cal. I'm with you. No, ACC,
Probably.
ACC network.
Late night. Evansville in Des Moines against these Drake Bulldogs. Drake's like 16.5 points. Give me the Purple Aces, man.
Yeah, especially when Drake's off the Bradley win.
It's almost fringe.
Rick Barnes.
Tennessee, the Barnes Bowl. Tennessee in Austin, Texas. The Vols are laying 4.5. And I will bet the Vols. Mac?
What do we think Texas psychologically right now? Just fucking lost the big college football playoff game tonight. Now their old coach coming in here. Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't even know how many fans will be at this.
I don't know. Rick Barnes is pretty loved there.
Just saying, if you went out and got hammered.
But this game isn't until like 7:00 at night.
That's true.
You get some time to recover.
The only thing that concerns me is Rodney Terry worked for Rick Barnes. And we just saw this in the NCAA tournament. It was a close-ass game. I think Tennessee pulls away late and wins by like 8 or 9. I'll bet the Vols.
Is this a triple lock, Bieniek?
Yeah, I'm on Tennessee. Every time Texas has taken a step up in competition so far this season, they've not been able to cover this number specifically. I think Tennessee has the best defense that this Texas team is going to play so far this year. And Texas, strength of schedule just hasn't been there. Offensive numbers are inflated. Give me the Vols.
Triple lock on the Vols. Tennessee fans, you gave me shit for never taking it. Here we are.
Don't let us down.
Horns down. Next up, Houston is in Manhattan, Kansas. What the hell is this line?
12.5.
Give me K-State plus 12.5.
Lock.
Yeah.
I'm only betting K-State at home.
I like it.
Yep.
Double lock on K-State. 12.5 is too much.
K-State could get them. The students are back.
I agree.
Houston can't score. This could be a close game.
North Florida's in Louisville, Kentucky, taking on Bellarmine. What's this line?
5. Bellarmine, no bet.
Yeah, I'll take Bellarmine, no bet either. Let's get to the beauty. Prairie View is at Mississippi Valley State. What? Give me a good number here.
2 touchdowns.
Valley's covering, buddy. I'm just not betting it this time.
I agree. I think they cover, no bet.
Next up, we go to Fresno, California.
Oh, yes. Nevada's like 12.5.
Oh, we got to lock Fresno.
Well, we have 2 options here. We could take Fresno's money line, or we could take Nevada by 30. There's 2 options here. Nevada's lost 4 in a row.
That is true. I mean, Fresno's all over the place, but I mean, I'm excited to watch this game tomorrow.
I think we get Alford focused. They've had a week to prepare for this game. I think Nevada's going to fuck them up.
I like having money on Fresno, even though it seemed to lose it often. It's just fun to watch and just look at this team. I think you're probably right though. They've lost 4 in a row.
I'm on Nevada.
Gosh, it's not fun fading my guys, but I think you're right.
And New Mexico just beat them on a buzzer beater too.
Yeah,
over a week ago.
Double lock Nevada. You swayed me, you sandbagging son of a gun. This better hit. If not, I'm going to be very upset.
Oh, we might be losing at the half, but we're still going to win by 20. It's Fresno.
It's true. This game's hilarious. I don't even want to play this game because both teams have lost me. I have a very bad time projecting both these teams. Now, having said all that, give me Southern Illinois minus 1.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, we have 0-5 versus 0-5 in the Valley. I'm on the Salukis. I trust Nagy more than Kwanzaa.
Yeah. Villanova, St. John's. This game's awesome at the Garden. St. John's laying 7.5.
Let's do it.
Yep. Give me the Johnnies.
Johnnies win by 11. Johnnies, they're going to be able to speed them up. I think they'll extend. They'll make Dixon work for everything. They got the size to bother Dixon. Let's go, Johnnies.
You know what it is too is Patino said there's less games at. Remember last season he was saying that we're going to play less games at the Garden, more in Queens. I think he has made like the game of the Garden like a like you better. It's a show. You better show up to play.
Oh yeah.
So I like it even more in that regard. Bieniek,
triple lock. Yeah, I mean Villanova's off the UConn win. They couldn't be any higher right now. They're not back. Let's not get too carried away.
Eric Dixon's back. That's about it.
He's been here.
Triple lock on St. John's. All right. Northeastern is in Stony Brook, New York, taking on these Seawolves. What is this?
Northeastern minus 4.5. Give me the points.
No, I will lay the points, but
fun game.
It's still, I still do think.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Next up, Northern Iowa, UNI is in Normal, Illinois, taking on Illinois State. It's kind of a low key fun game, but what's this number?
Redbirds laying 1. I want to bet Northern Iowa.
I think Northern Iowa. I trust them a little more. I'm not going to bet it, but I do trust them a little more to get this done. Moneyline Mac locking up the Panthers of UNI. Oklahoma State's in Salt Lake City. What is this one, buddy?
Utah laying 7. I'll lock up Utah. This is going to be their first Big 12 win.
Are students back?
Yeah.
There's no one.
Yeah. Yep. Oklahoma State just got their first win. Now they're hitting the road. Utah's going to make a bunch of threes out there.
All right. I'll trust you here. Shout out to Charles Walker, who's having a good old time. Next time I'm there, I'll hit you up, man. Appreciate you. And I would partake. This is a fun one. Gardner Webb, High Point. High Point's laying 11.5. I actually think we should lay it.
Yeah, High Point at home. I'll lay it. It's a tad high to lock, I think, though.
Yeah. San Francisco's in Santa Clara. What is this number? I was searching for this number earlier. I couldn't find it.
So Santa Clara's laying 3. We just saw this game, 13, 14 days ago?
And it went to overtime.
Yeah.
And Santa Clara lost, if memory serves me correct, right?
Yeah.
I think this is where we take Santa Clara.
I'm going to take the Dons because Santa Clara just played an overtime game 2 nights ago.
I just feel like it's a rivalry, the game, and getting them that recently. I'll battle you here. You want to battle?
Yeah, I think San Fran sweeps them. I didn't think San Fran played well against them the first time.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
I think the biggest key to this game is that this game is being played on Santa Clara's campus. This is not being played in no Warriors arena. They'll have a little bit of a home crowd environment here. And I think that's all the difference because the first game was tight. And I like this Broncos team quite a bit. You put them in a lit environment here. They seem to play up and down to their competition. I think Santa Clara wins this game. Give me the Broncos. Lock it up.
I'm with you, buddy. Trying to hold.
3.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Trying not to yawn every 5 seconds. We got a battle. Mac on the Dons, Dundee, Bieniek on the Broncos. Stephen F. Austin's in Beaumont, Texas, taking on Lamar. What's this number?
6. Lamar laying 6.
Lay it. Stephen F. Austin's ass.
Yeah, I'll lay it. No bet.
Detroit. Oh, the hospital. Detroit is in Fort Wayne, Indiana, taking on IPFW.
They got a night game.
What's this number?
17.5. Detroit beat them already this year, right?
Oh, I'm locking this. This is too many points. Detroit plus 17.5. They're not going to play that shitty 2 games in a row. The hospital's back open. We're taking patients. What are you doing here?
I agree with you. I'm gonna take Detroit. They just what's her name? Fort Wayne has had 2 big home wins here against Youngstown and Milwaukee. Give me the points.
Are you betting?
Yeah, I'll join you. Late night hospital.
Let's go.
To Avetta's credit here, Detroit's got 4 injuries here, and Orlando Lovejoy, their best player, missed last game. I would wait to see if there's any update on the injury front here before this game.
Take the points. Who the fuck are these elephants? All right, take the points. But yeah, it does suck. They're out. Next up, is this game happening? I was what? Didn't Malibu completely burn down?
Hey, they're playing in Cali. The Rams can't play, but the Big West.
No, but I'm dead serious. Like every fucking place that I know in Malibu, me and Patty C were just talking about this. Like, honestly, every place that I know,
it's on the schedule.
At least is gone though. Like it burned down. Restaurants that were there 60 fucking years. Like everything's gone. Are they playing this at another stadium?
It says on campus.
That can't be fucking true. I mean, I know Pepperdine's a little bit further into Malibu, so maybe the fire didn't get up that high. But still, like, who the fuck is going to this? The whole town is gone. Fascinated by this. What's in the what's the line? Pepperdine -1?
I think so.
Yeah, Real In is gone. Yeah. Gladstone's is gone. All the every spot on PCH, those houses all on PCH gone.
Clark said Pepperdine didn't get hit. Torvik's got this game scheduled for 10 Eastern. So I'm all over the place.
I would just be very surprised because Malibu, although like Pepperdine didn't get hit, Malibu got obliterated. Like,
yeah, give me Loyola Marymount. All the teams that have played at home during this have not played well. So yeah, give me the point, or give me the point.
Yeah, I guess I'll take Marymount. No bet. Liberty is in Ruston, Louisiana, taking on La Tech. It's a good game. What are you doing here? What's the line?
Liberty's laying 2, and Louisiana Tech is going to beat them outright.
I agree. Double lock. Give me these dogs. Louisiana Tech. Double lock.
Size and athletes.
Alabama's in College Station taking on Texas A&M. This late on the card. What's this number?
This is an 8:30 game. I love it. Alabama's laying 3.5. Wade Taylor out again?
Yes. This game's at 8, by the way.
I'm on
at 8.
It's not.
It's at 8. ESPN.
I'm taking the Aggies. What are you doing here?
Just checking one quick thing. I mean, it's a back-to-back road spot for Alabama. A&M's going to junk it up. I don't care that Wade Taylor's out again. Give me A&M.
Yeah.
We should
I
bet
might-
the A&M. Home dog?
I think you're right. Let's go.
This
Be
is
on
like one
fire.
of the worst travel spots too in the SEC.
This place would be lit too.
South Carolina to A&M.
Let's go. Double lock on the Aggies. North Dakota's in Tulsa taking on Oral Roberts. You got a number? All
North
these ones in here.
North Dakota's laying 2.
I agree. I will lay the 2.
Give me Bob Roberts.
South Dakota is taking on St. Thomas at the Shoenecker. The Tommies. This is an awesome game, actually. What's this number?
Yeah, Tommies are laying a lot here. They're laying 10.
Give me the Coyotes plus 10.
I agree. I mean, they just beat the Jackrabbits, so I'm going to be on the Coyotes here.
Indiana, Iowa from Iowa City. We got to take Iowa.
Indiana's red hot ever since the injuries.
We got to take Iowa here. Give me the Hawkeyes.
Is that Indiana favored by 5.5?
Yeah.
No.
What's
Iowa's
their-
favorite.
Oh,
Iowa.
did I
It's the
fuck
other
this
way
up?
around.
Yeah,
My bad.
Iowa's
My
by
bad.
5.5.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
do it.
well, I'm not taking Iowa then. Thought they were 5.5 point home dogs. I was like, let's go. Okay. Nothing for you.
I'm just checking the history here. I kind of want to bet Indiana. I think they found something over the last couple weeks. Give me
I'm staying.
Indiana. Give me Indiana.
They've played 3 of the bottom half of the Big Ten.
Moneyline Mag locking up the
Don't have Penn
Hoosiers.
State.
When we're talking about conference scheduling, I mean, the Big Ten just handed them an easy start.
We get
Minnesota.
it. You hate Indiana.
Minnesota, Nebraska, Rutgers, Penn State, USC. It gets real from here on out for the Hoosiers.
Iowa.
Idaho
At
State's
Carver? Yes.
Idaho State's laying 4.5 at home against Weber. Your Weber State Wildcats, Mac. Give me Weber.
Think Weaver. No bet.
Santa Barbara is in San Luis Obispo taking on Cal Poly. It's a rivalry game. Santa Barbara's laying 2.5.
Oh. Paulie
Let me
last out for the night.
Give me Santa Barbara.
Same.
Fun game. Northern Arizona is in Bozeman taking on Montana State. Montana State laying 7.5.
I'll go back to the well.
I'll lay it. You too?
Montana State's 0-3 in league play. They just blew a 20-point game. They're gonna fucking drill Northern Arizona here. They're
You
way
betting this?
better than that record. Yeah. Laying 7.5 for a reason.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Montana State Bobcats. Oh, we got a rivalry game in Lafayette. Louisiana's laying 6.5 against ULM at the Cajun Dome. Shout out to Mike in the chat.
Take Monroe.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Too many.
No bet. Kentucky is in Starkville taking on Mississippi State. Mississippi State laying 5.5. This game's awesome. I'm going to lay the 5.5 with Mississippi State. Might even bet it. Mac.
Yeah, I'm betting Hail State here. I think it's a tough matchup for Kentucky here. I know they just lost one, but I think their athletes bother Kentucky. Give me a Hail State here in a raucous environment.
I'm in.
I'm with Mac. So this is a triple lock.
Triple lock.
I think it's a tough matchup. We saw Kentucky kind of get dragged into the mud by Georgia the other night. This Mississippi State team is better talented or more talented than Georgia. And it's like they're biggest game, like best team against the biggest school and brand in the conference. This is a huge circle it on the calendar. You're attending this game. Stark Vegas is going to be lit.
I was
Mississippi
about to
State's
say
gonna get
this.
up and
If you
they're
thought
gonna
Georgia
smack
was lit, this will be way, way
Cocktail
more lit.
Napkins
Yeah.
got this -8. I think the Bulldogs run away. This is a road trip.
Triple lock on Mississippi State. Sorry, dude. I thought you were done. Didn't mean to cut you off.
I just said it was a road trip to hell because they're going to lose 2 in a row. What are we picking this game at?
5.5.
All right. Hubbard's going to show up in the big game. Shout out to
UT Arlington is in Cedar City taking on Southern Utah. Southern Utah's laying 1.5. Arlington bounces back. It's that dub. Mac, what are you doing here?
Agreed. Give me Arlington.
Washington State, Gonzaga. Love this game on the schedule. Gonzaga's laying 17.5 points. That is way too much for me. Give me Wazoo and the points. You could talk me into a lock, guys.
Yeah, let's take Wazoo. They just lost as a 20-point favorite at home.
At the buzzer. Yeah.
At the buzzer. Crazy game. Now, rally the troops for the Zags. This is going to be a game. This is going to be a fun game.
I do like this every year. Oh, actually, yeah, they'll be in the Pac-12 next year.
Yeah.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
You want to hear something crazy? You'll really think that I'm on the edibles. I think Washington State could be live in this one. I think this is just a huge bounce back spot after losing to Pacific in the WCC. I think this Washington State's team's so much better than that. They're going to run, and Gonzaga hasn't been playing the best in WCC play. They've dressed up a couple of scores, but I really think that the Bulldogs might be vulnerable, and it hasn't been evident because of the soft start to the WCC conference schedule. I think the Cougars could be able to win this game.
Let's go.
I like it. Triple lock on Wazoo. The slate gets even better because Boise State's in Logan. What is this number, Mac?
I think it's 6 or 5.5. Let me get the actual number. 9 o'clock game. This is 5.5.
I will lock up Utah State -5.5. What are you doing here?
I'm going to battle you. I like Boise a lot here. I think this is going to be a fucking war. I think Boise's live to win the game.
We got a battle in Logan. Mac on the Broncos. Dundee on the Aggies. Awesome game. Tarleton State is in St. George, Utah, taking on Utah Tech. What is this line?
2.5. You want to go back to the well with Tarleton? They're a dog.
100%. Tarleton State, double lock. Take it on the money line. Let's go. Unbelievable. Battle of I-10. I forgot to even put UTEP on the fucking slate. This game's awesome. What's this number?
UTEP laying 7.
I love UTEP here.
I do too.
This will be a sellout. This will be rocking.
Yeah.
Give me UTEP -7, double lock.
I'm going to jump in here too. New Mexico State's won 5 in a row, and they've struggled on the road. I think this is a wake-up call. I'll take the Miners.
Let's go. Triple lock on these UTEP Miners. Let's go. Baylor is in Tempe, Arizona, taking on the Sun Devils of Arizona State. Arizona State's catching 5.5 at home. It's kind of tricky.
Yeah, who's real quick? I do want to get a bet in on this game. Just out of curiosity, who's Baylor got on deck? It's a double road trip with Arizona. Do they trip up in Tempe?
Give me the Sun Devils and the points.
It's a nice matchup here, too. Arizona State, 49th in the country, shooting a 3-ball. Baylor's defense is terrible. It's 345th, defending a 3. Arizona State's top 100 in volume, shooting the deep ball. I think it's definitely capable of screwing something up here. We've seen this all the time in the Pac-12. Arizona State's able to spur these upsets in the look-ahead spot to Arizona. So,
I'm with you. Give me Arizona State.
I think Baylor's vulnerable. They're not as good this year.
I'll join in. I'm just holding back a sneeze. Whoa. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Triple lock on these Sun Devils. Shout out to the chat rocking along. Next up, Northridge is in Bakersfield, California. What's this line, Mac?
Northridge laying 4.5. Give me Bakersfield.
I think you're right. Give me Bakersfield as well.
Yeah.
Next up, we got UCF in Tucson. Arizona's laying 16.5 points. Golden Knights plus 16.5. No bet.
UCF fringe lock. This is too many. Arizona plays with their food, man.
Yeah. Abilene Christians in Seattle. What is this line? What is this line? It's 9.5. Like I understand Abilene's not what they once were, but I have to take the points here. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm taking the points. I'm not laying 9.5 with Seattle.
We should bet this, dude.
Yeah, let's go. We got to get some late night dog here. Abilene.
There we go. Abilene Christian catching 9.5 at the Crack House. Take it. Double lock. Perhaps the game of the day for a guy named Pick Dundee as a Big West specialist. UC Irvine is heading down to San Diego to take on the Tritons of UC San Diego. Aren't they the only team that has won in Logan?
Yep.
Over the past 2 years, I feel like. This game's awesome.
14-2 versus 14-2.
This game is awesome. Give me Irvine plus 5.5.
Is UC San Diego eligible for the NCAA tournament yet?
I think this could be the year. It's either this year or next year.
Gotcha.
I like Irvine. I think Irvine's going to win it.
I'm going to bet this just because I want to watch every second of this game.
Irvine, baby. Let's go.
For the Anteaters. And one day I will sneeze after the show. Next up, St. Mary's is taking on the Toreros of San Diego. What the hell is this number?
Saw this 16.5.
Lay it.
Give me points. San Diego's been chippy.
Oregon State is at Pacific in the final game of the slate. Stockton, California. Oregon State's laid 7.5. The over under at 143. I will take Oregon State because Pacific just partied their ass off after that win.
Yeah, celebrating, and it was a overtime win.
And I'm locking
this, though. Yeah,
I'm locking up the Beavs. They just lost
off overtime.
Yeah, Oregon State just lost a overtime heartbreaker against Santa Clara. I just think the spot for Pacific's just too strong to not bet against. A huge win against Washington State in overtime. I think the Beavers, they win this one, double digits.
Are you going with the Mac?
Yeah, I'll bet the Beavs here. I like the Beavs here.
Double lock on the Beavs from Bieniek and Mac. All right. Best plays of the night.
Oh, God.
Ugh. I know St. John's is one for me. I love the St. John's play against Nova. I also like Middle Tennessee against Jacksonville State. That would be 2. I like Western Kentucky on the rebound. That would be 3. And for 4, I'm actually going to give you 5 on this one, but for 4, give me UConn. And at 5, I will take the Clemson Tigers. Mac, fire.
I'll fire on some home teams here. Texas Tech is going to get it done over Iowa State. Cincinnati's going to get it done over Kansas. Arkansas is going to get it done over Florida. I like St. John's as well against Villanova. And for my 5th one, I like A&M at home against Alabama.
Bieniek?
How many we giving out?
5.
All right. Number 1 for me, Sam Houston. Same
like
exact
that one
spot
too.
as when we bet Louisiana Tech the other day. Florida National, who I think is the worst team in the Conference USA, coming in to Sam Houston after they've started conference play 0-3. I think it's just a huge curb stomp spot. So -7.5 on the Bearcats there. I think Texas is a paper tiger. I've been saying it the entire season, since the preseason too. Tennessee -4.5. They bounced back after getting embarrassed by Florida the other night. Sprinkle a little bit on the +800 money line with Washington State. I think they're going to give Gonzaga all they can handle in a little brother matchup. I like the points there as well with the Cougs. Bet number 4. I like St. John's -7.5 against Villanova there in the Garden. And then for number 5, I'll go Alcorn State -2.5. Winless until Saturday.
Fantastic. Folks, give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Mac's on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Appreciate you watching a crazy long show. And I'm live doing a pregame show. I don't know, like in soon.
20 minutes.
Yeah. Subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. The College Football Experience just dropped a reaction show on the Final Four and a little bit of a preview of the national championship between Notre Dame and Ohio State next week. Check out the FCS College Football Experience and the College Baseball Experience season preview starting next week. And obviously season hits off on
First pitch.
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Opening day.
I like this. Hits off. Right. Have a wonderful night, morning, whatever. And appreciate you rocking with us. Till next time, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. They say the Lord watches over my sins, over my head, watching hair as it thins. Over the ledge, it ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win, lose or draw. You ain't prepared unless you all ready to lose it all. Losing a brawl? Yeah, that's a ride day. Good friends know my Nina Hideaway. They came and went, but the riders stay. So it's like I won the lottery and can't be found until I resurface with the latest purchase. 33 and a third and 45 circles. You ain't got that shit, and I ain't 45 king. But on the beats, I've been doing my thing. When I start the program and the doorbell ring, I gotta leave town to a place I can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring